This woman is slapping the man's face like a mad woman, but he doesn't resist at all. Instead, playfully asking if she wants to slap the other side. He gently grabs her hand and says with tender care, "I suggest you use a stick instead. Otherwise, if you hurt your hand, it will pain me so." She stares blankly at the lunatic before her. Hard to imagine this is the man she had loved deeply for decades. The woman is Aianna, once the youngest daughter of a duke's house. But one day she was framed by a rival family. Everyone except her had died. The one who desperately protected her escape was her knight Damien. Aianna had fallen for this man who sacrificed everything for her. She had built her strength for years and finally gained the power for revenge, but suffered a crushing defeat in the final battle. She herself was imprisoned by her mortal enemies, House Rosenberg. "Just beg for mercy and I'll spare you." But she never surrendered, even though she would suffer torment for it. During this long time, Aianna's deepest concern was for Damien. How she longed to see him once more. Yearning filled her every moment, until the night before Aianna's execution. The man she had yearned for finally appeared. She becomes visibly excited. "I thought I would never see you again." But Damien's expression seems somewhat strange. "My dear Miss Aianna, if you're thinking of escape, I suggest you give up. Your story is about to end, but I can give you one chance. I'm truly curious. If given a chance to start over, how would your story unfold?" Damien looks at her as if viewing a toy. He extends his hand toward Aianna. "Come, my dear lady, make a pact with me, and you can return to the past to change everything. This world has no such thing as magic." So, Aianna thinks Damien has defected to House Rosenberg, using this to convince her to compromise. "Not at all, my lady. This is your only chance. You're about to be executed. If you don't decide now, it will be too late." She stares at Damien for a long time. She reaches out and grabs him. "Even if you betrayed me, as long as I can destroy House Rosenberg, I'll do anything. I give you everything I have." "Very well, my lady, I have received it." He gently kisses the back of her hand. "I hope in the story to come, you will achieve the ending you desire." Time and space begin to distort at this moment. When Aianna opens her eyes again, the long-lost voice of her maid reaches her. People dead for years stand before her. The face reflected in the mirror is her younger self, House Haver, long since destroyed. Her beloved family, alive only in memory, stand below. Leon, Serena, and Brandon. Everyone is truly alive. As if that tragedy was just a dream, tears can't help but flow from her eyes. Serena worries. "What's wrong? Are you feeling unwell?" She grips Serena's hand tightly, as if afraid she might disappear. The manor gates open, as if waiting for something. Aianna can't remember what day this is. Several carriages slowly come to a stop. Duke Haver steps down from the carriage. From their words, she learns father has just returned from a trip. He calls out Damien. "This young man is my newly recruited knight. From today he'll be the family's guard. Please take care of me, young ladies and masters." Aianna suddenly remembers. House Haver was massacred just 1 month after Damien became their guard. She struggles to control her inner emotions. Until nightfall, Aianna waits quietly. If this isn't a dream, Damien will surely come find her. Those painful memories flood back. After her family's destruction, she should never have escaped the enemy's pursuit. Another family called House Palmer learned of this. They saved Aianna's life, but the price was marrying House Palmer's dim-witted youngest son. Commoners weren't good enough for them. A fallen noble was just right. Aianna endured in silence for years, even bearing a son for House Palmer. The only thing that kept her from breaking was Damien's unwavering protection. "My lady, I can't bear to see you suffer anymore. Let's escape and flee far away, even if it costs my life." Her love for Damien was deeply embedded in her heart, but reason told her she couldn't do this. Fortunately, years later, a plague struck, and House Palmer's leaders mostly died from it. She became the family head in place of her young son, finally gaining the power she wanted, finally having the strength to fight House Rosenberg. Unfortunately, things didn't go as hoped, and she still met with failure. The door opens. Damien slowly enters. "So it's not a dream. Damien, what exactly are you?" The man's lips curl up. "What am I? I'm House Haver's guard, and your most loyal knight. Of course I have another identity. You can call me a demon." "A demon who can turn back time?" That mad expression does look the part. But none of that matters now. I just want to know one thing. "Yes, my lady, please speak. Why did you hide from me for 13 whole years, only revealing your true identity now?" Damien tilts his head, as if hearing something amusing. "Because you never asked me, my lady." Aianna freezes. His frivolous tone feels so unfamiliar. She clenches her fists tightly. Damien continues in a mocking tone. "Are you wondering why I didn't help you sooner, my lady? You don't know this, but demons love watching stories. But those fictional ones feel too artificial, so I decided to experience it firsthand by your side. After all, you're my only chosen protagonist, and your story is truly fascinating. Shall I help you reminisce? I think the most interesting part was after you took control of House Palmer. I thought you would succeed in your revenge." Tisk tisk, such a pity. The girl trembles uncontrollably, her expression like the calm before a storm. "I thought you stayed by my side for over 10 years because of love." "That's right, my lady, I truly do love you." Aianna can't help but slam slam her fist on the table, watching me suffer. Is that how you love me? The man's smile grows even brighter. Believe me, my lady, I'm sincere. As an audience member, I've always loved the protagonist. Of course, the audience is also the most indifferent to the protagonist. After all, wouldn't a story without suffering be boring? But I don't think this ending is what I want to see, so I decided to give you a chance to change it. Elena's eyes become vacant. So you stayed by my side just for entertainment? Yes, indeed, my lady. You're so clever. The girl slaps him across the face. But Damien just smirks wickedly. Need to hit the other side? She can't hold back anymore and slaps him wildly, venting all her frustration. I loved you so much, trusted you so much, yet you treated me like a fool all along. Her hands have gone weak. Damien gently grabs her wrist. My lady, why not use a stick to hit me? As long as it helps you vent. If you get hurt, I'll be heartbroken. The girl yanks her hand away, her emotions settling. Damien, do you know how much I once loved you? But now I wish I could kill you. That would be problematic, my lady, because I must see your story through to the end. And rest assured, I'll always stand by your side. I'll do everything in my power to help you. His wicked smile seems to make Elena uncomfortable. Now disappear from my sight immediately. Very well, my lady. Rest early. No matter what happens, I won't leave you. The girl collapses on the bed, exhausted. Damien is a demon? How absurd. Even novels wouldn't dare write this. But she quickly comes to her senses. Returning to the past is now reality. So what she needs to do now is figure out how to prevent the tragedy that will happen in a month. She remembers that day wasn't anything special. Just during the banquet, father first coughed up blood. Everyone seemed to be poisoned. Then countless knights burst in and began the slaughter. Every time she recalls that scene, the fear in her mind lingers. The key issue is if she tells father now, he probably won't believe her. She must act quickly. She needs intelligence. She can use her future memories to work backwards. Several days pass in the blink of an eye. The maid mentions Damien every time while combing Elena's hair. My lady, did you know that new knight is really handsome and he's so kind? Elena shows a professional fake smile. You probably don't know that's all an act. She dismisses the maids. While bathing, she discovers a mark on her chest. Damien, this must be related to you. So clever, my lady, that's proof of our pact. You didn't summon me just to ask about the mark, did you? Elena turns around. You said you would help me, right? Yes, indeed, my dear lady. She hasn't forgiven Damien, but right now she must use every person and resource available to protect what's most precious to her. So what if you're a demon? Damien gently raises his hand, shadow power swirling in his palm. Though I don't know what you want me to do, if you pay the corresponding price, I'm willing to do anything for you. Then help me build an army of knights. An army strong enough to eliminate House Rosenberg. I'm sorry, my lady, I cannot fulfill this request. The girl is stunned. Wait, didn't you just say you'd help me? And I'm willing to pay the price. Have you forgotten, my lady? When we made our pact, you already gave me everything. You little devil, you're playing with me, aren't you? Since you won't let me use demonic power, then get out of the Duke's manor. Otherwise, I'll tell father, you're a demon. You can't withstand burning at the stake, can you? My lady even researched my weakness. As expected of my chosen one, so clever. But besides us two, no one else can hear anything about demons. After all, secrecy is important. Elena is about to get angry when Damien suddenly seems like a different person. He crushes the shadow power with his fist. Though demon Damien can't help you, human Damien can. Anything a human can do, I'm willing to do for you, my lady. You know the current situation. The knights won't follow your commands because you're a young girl. And my swordsmanship is first rate. Keeping me by your side might have some wonderful uses. More importantly, you have memories of the future, boundless anger and determination. The girl doesn't even realize Damien is guiding her in the right direction. So, my dear lady, would you consider keeping me by your side? No matter what happens, I'll be your most loyal support. Elena feels he's like two different people. She almost has an illusion. But suddenly there's a knock at the door. Serena walks in. Why is the new knight in your room? The man slowly leaves. Serena looks thoughtful. She feels something's off with her little sister, though he's quite handsome. You must be careful. After all, you have a fiancé. The girl's memories come flooding back. She almost forgot about this. That despicable scoundrel. Serena has her sit down. Is your dress ready? Don't be late for tomorrow's banquet. Who remembers things from over a decade ago, but upon hearing Fiona's name, her sealed memories suddenly awaken. Even if she forgot the banquet, she would never forget Fiona, eldest daughter of House Rosenberg, the noble's heartthrob, which means 1 month before her family's massacre. Fiona actually invited her to attend her banquet. How exciting! I can finally meet someone from House Rosenberg. In the carriage the next day, Elena still brings Damien along. The man doesn't seem surprised. Elena also needs a trustworthy guard with her. She finally has a chance to gather intelligence. How about you go assassinate House Rosenberg, Damien? She thinks he surely won't agree. To her surprise, Damien agrees immediately. You brat. You're willing when asked to do something foolish? Elena needs leverage to convince her father. Including the past 10+ years, I've been wondering why House Rosenberg targeted us. Because Rosenberg's reason for destroying House Haver was absolutely absurd. He said your father wanted to assassinate his majesty. Impossible for the loyal House Haver. The current emperor is the second prince. Originally, he had no right to succession. But the crown prince and former emperor suddenly died. In fact, everyone knows the second prince was the murderer, but no one stood up. That's right. Because Because he's the only royal bloodline. Aianna ponders why House Rosenberg would target them. First, both families were loyal to the late emperor. After the second prince's succession, both would be suppressed, so Rosenberg planned to eliminate House Haver, removing one of the second prince's thorns and pledging allegiance to him. Secondly, they could devour our family's assets to strengthen their power. Finally, when the late emperor was alive, father held great authority, and none of us 4 siblings had married into other noble families. So even if they disposed of us, there would be no consequences. Truly worthy of being my lady, your analysis is spot on, but there's another possibility. What if House Rosenberg simply found it interesting? Aianna stares at him quietly. Interesting. Like how you follow me because it's interesting. Damien smiles wickedly. What's wrong? Are you disappointed? No. Without expectations, there's no disappointment. Though deep inside, she still seems to have a thread of hope for Damien. But that's beyond her control. You want to see the most exciting story, right? I'll satisfy you. After all, we're just a transaction, the kind without emotional investment. The banquet hall is very lively. Aianna doesn't spot Fiona anywhere. Several nobles approach enthusiastically greeting Aianna. She takes a deep breath. The performance begins. Aianna shows a charming professional smile. Hello, everyone. Long time no see. Though she's long forgotten who they are, compared to Aianna, they seem more interested in Damien. Whose guard is so handsome? Seeing them crowd around Damien, Aianna quickly makes space. You stay here and chat with the ladies. After all, you're such a good actor, you'll surely please them. She uses the restroom as an excuse to leave the banquet hall. Unknown to her, Damien's eyes change subtly at that moment, as if truly losing all emotion. Aianna doesn't want to waste time in the hall. She must quickly find Fiona to have a chance at gathering intelligence. The corridor is filled with portraits of House Rosenberg. This despicable old man. Anton Rosenberg, just wait. One day I'll hang your head here. Suddenly a youthful voice comes from behind. She thinks to herself, how annoying, I just stepped out and already got caught. She quickly turns with an apologetic smile. Sorry, I just wanted some air. Didn't mean to get lost. But when she sees the boy's face clearly, another wave of painful memories strikes. The man is Sebas, youngest son of House Rosenberg, the man who imprisoned her for years. Before her rebirth, their first meeting was on the eve of that great battle. He came alone to Elena's camp, even brazenly advising Aianna to surrender because his brother wasn't too bright. So even though he wasn't the eldest, he gained the family's inheritance rights. Sebas was Elena's most difficult enemy, bar none, and she ultimately fell to him. She never expected to see him in his youth. Though he looks harmless now, Aianna wants nothing more than to kill him immediately. To her surprise, when Sebas sees the girl's face clearly, his cheeks turn bashfully red and he stutters out Elena's name. Under Elena's astonished gaze, he gentlemanly kisses her hand and shows a sunshine-like smile. Long time no see, Miss Aianna. Aianna is instantly shocked. Had she met him before? Could he also be from the future? Aianna forces herself to calm down, but his expression leaves the girl stunned. She asks, why are you blushing? And have we met? Sebas doesn't answer the girl's question, but takes the initiative. You said you got lost, right? Perfect, let's take a walk. Then he leads Aianna to the garden. The two stroll slowly like lovers. Sebas keeps finding topics to chat with Aianna about. He casually picks some flowers and presents them to Aianna. Sorry I didn't prepare in advance, but I think these purple roses suit you. Aianna cooperatively accepts them. Thank you, I really like them. Then when no one's looking, her eyes turn cold for a second. Though Sebas is young now and not the eldest, he might know some intelligence. That's why Aianna followed him to the garden. Young master, you said long time no see, when did we meet? The boy immediately becomes dejected, looking unhappy. You really don't remember? Aianna is completely confused. Why is he so disappointed? But to play along, she quickly apologizes. Sorry, young master, I really forgot. Apparently they had met once at an ordinary banquet. Seeing Aianna apologize, the boy immediately panics, even getting excited. You don't need to apologize. After all, there were too many people then. His red cheeks look like he's confessing. Seeing this, Aianna understands. Could this kid have a crush on me? The family enemy she's hated for over 10 years, fought countless times, thinking how in the previous life he imprisoned her and forced her to surrender. Was it to satisfy his desire to conquer? That would make sense. Just didn't expect young him to like me. If that's the case, this is a very valuable card to play. Then Aianna shows a charming smile. Young master is indeed gracious and tolerant. I'm really growing fond of you. Sebas instantly beams with joy under Elena's honey trap. Sebas quickly opens his heart, stuttering. Actually, since returning from that last banquet, I've really wanted to see you again. Seeing him so innocent, Aianna actually hesitates for a moment. Is it right to use him? She even feels a sense of guilt. But after just 1 second, this guilt vanishes. Right this second, Sebas's father is still planning how to destroy our family. How can I be foolish? The boy extends an invitation to Aianna, if possible. I'd like to invite you to a hunting party in a few days. Would that that be convenient? But before Aianna can speak, Damien's sinister voice arrives. Both are startled. Oh my, sorry miss. Did I interrupt your chat? If I did, can't help it. After all, protecting you is my job. Aianna is somewhat annoyed. Though she wants to scold him immediately, she must maintain her girlish persona in front of Sebas. She can only pout helplessly. Yes, you disturbed me. Seeing this, Sebas appears very magnanimous. It's fine, miss. We can chat anytime. He even extends his hand to shield Aianna. You knight are too unruly. How can you interrupt when your master is chatting? Sorry, both of you. Miss Fiona has arrived at the banquet hall. After all, it's your sister's banquet, isn't it? Aianna knows Damien came to remind her, but her inner annoyance is real. When no one's watching, Damien sees Aianna's hand linked with Sebas's arm. His eyes instantly turn cold. In the banquet hall, seeing Aianna's arrival, Fiona says with a half smile, "Oh my, Miss Aianna, I thought you wouldn't come." The girl struggles to disguise herself. This woman is just as hateful as in the previous life. I arrived early. Young Master Sebas showed me around. I must say, House Rosenberg's garden is quite beautiful. I see, as long as you're happy. Then she suddenly changes topic. But I seem to have heard Miss Aianna is engaged to young Master Marcus, right? I do congratulate you. At these words, the crowd erupts. Everyone starts gossiping. Aianna doesn't know Fiona's purpose. Why bring this up now? But beside her, Sebas suddenly trembles, as if heartbroken. Fiona shrewdly notices this too. How about Miss Aianna hosts the next banquet? Everyone can celebrate your engagement. At these words, Aianna suddenly remembers. Memory fragments fall into place. She wondered why they were suddenly attacked. Back then, she invited everyone present without thinking, giving House Rosenberg a perfect infiltration opportunity. So Fiona definitely knows about the raid. Aianna decides to play along. That's wonderful! I'll treat everyone well with good food and drink, especially you, Miss Fiona. Thank you for this opportunity. You're welcome, Fiona smiles. After speaking, Fiona finds an excuse to leave the banquet hall. Looking at her back, Aianna is now certain this banquet was prepared for her. Fiona, you surely think you have me in your grasp. Everything you want to do to my family, I'll return 100-fold. Suddenly, Sebas walks up to her, his tone very dejected. Miss, you're really engaged? Aianna doesn't deny it. The boy stares at her blankly. After a few seconds, he finally forces a smile, then congratulations. Then he turns and leaves directly. And anyone with eyes can see, young Master Sebas definitely likes Miss Aianna. But none of this matters to Aianna. Only then does Damien slowly come to her side. What's wrong, my lady? Are you in a bad mood? Looks like you didn't get the answers you wanted today. Aianna smiles wickedly. No. Damien, I've already found what I wanted. The man looks up in surprise. You gathered intelligence in such a short time? But Aianna suddenly lifts the man's chin. Listen well, Damien. I need you to cooperate with me on this, understand? Soon they return to Duke Haver's manor. Aianna tells her father about House Rosenberg's planned sneak attack. She swears what she heard is definitely true. Anton said it personally to his subordinates. Father hesitates, though he and Anton argued several times when the late emperor was alive, but it shouldn't lead to bringing people to massacre us. And my daughter wouldn't lie. Knowing father wouldn't believe easily, she glances at Damien. Your turn to perform. Sure enough, the next second Damien drops to his knees, saying the lady isn't lying. What, you heard it too? Yes, it was really dangerous. The lady was just steps away from Anton, almost got discovered. They planned to poison the food, then attack while we're vulnerable. Seeing father believes, Aianna finally relaxes slightly, though she wonders why father trusts Damien so much. His face red with anger, Damien's expression full of hatred, as if he really heard it. His acting is truly first-rate. No wonder Aianna was deceived for over 10 years. Poisoning? Then there's a traitor among the servants. He has Aianna go rest. Good daughter, you've worked hard. Leave this to father. After leaving the room, Damien almost laughs out loud. My lady, your acting is truly exquisite. Aianna looks disdainful. Talking about acting in front of you is like teaching grandmother to suck eggs. You jest, my lady. But watching you act sweet and dependent with Sebas was quite cute, though I've always hated love stories. I'm just using him. I see. I was wondering how Sebas could make that expression. Indeed, it's my first time seeing it too. Wonder what he went through to change so much. Perhaps war and time turned the gentle boy into an iron-blooded ruler, just like how I became an Avenger. Life is unpredictable, so my decision to give you another chance was the right choice. The right choice? Your most hated love story is about to begin. My fiancé Marcus will probably come looking for me tomorrow. Damien has a spectator's expression. You two were indeed a love story once. An innocent girl fell for a handsome man named Marcus Weber, obviously a well-known playboy. But Miss Aianna just liked him. Then one day, Miss Aianna's family all died. Miss Aianna prepared to seek refuge with her fiancé. Unfortunately, he wouldn't even open the door for you. Even more tragic, your fiancé's family eventually joined House Rosenberg. Aianna can't help but kick Damien. Please stop helping me reminisce, okay? Early the next morning, Aianna just wakes up and sees Brandon returning from the academy. Though younger than her, Brandon is remarkably composed, much more mature than his peers, even seeming somewhat weathered. Aianna knows why Brandon came to find her. After all, Marcus is coming soon. He had strongly opposed her being with Marcus before, but she was too lovesick to listen. But now it's different, Brandon. The boy is confused. What's with Aianna? Before she'd get angry when he badmouthed Marcus. Maybe you've come to your senses, but isn't it a bit late to break the engagement now? Brandon is very serious. If it's just changing your mind, it would indeed be troublesome. Aianna knows this would definitely affect the family's reputation, so she must find a perfect solution. Brandon suddenly feels sorry for Aianna. He gently holds the girl's hand. I'll always support you, because your life is what matters most. If you want to break the engagement, do it. Put family matters aside. I believe father will understand. Aianna stares at him blankly. Brandon, you're still the same, always thinking of everything for me. Aianna is comforted, gently patting the boy's head, but the boy pushes her away. Don't treat me like a little kid, I'm serious. I know you're serious, but Brandon, you'll always be a child in my heart. Suddenly, the butler interrupts them, telling them young Master Marcus has arrived. Just at the main entrance, a greasy man rushes out, my goodness, my fiancé, did you miss me, baby? The two feel utterly disgusted, almost throwing up. Marcus walks straight toward Aianna, raising his hand for a kiss. Brandon can't stand it anymore, he flashes to the door. I have things to do, you two chat. Marcus is puzzled. Why is your brother always so busy? Then he presumptuously kisses Aianna's forehead. Aianna feels disgusted and pushes him away, but the man just smirks. We're about to be married. Being so shy won't be fun. Aianna really wants to slap him now, but reason makes her hold back. When he finally acts somewhat normal, Marcus shamelessly suggests staying overnight. Aianna rejects him without thinking. The guest room sheets are being washed, so sorry. Are Miss Aianna's room sheets being washed too? He keeps testing Aianna's boundaries. Even finding tea insufficient, he takes out wine he brought. Without asking Aianna's opinion, he pours it into glasses. This is good wine, my baby. Quickly try it. Aianna's face instantly turns cold. She clearly remembers in her previous life, after drinking the wine he brought, she almost became a senseless wreck, not knowing what he had put in it. The more she thinks about it, the angrier she gets. Aianna smashes a wine bottle on his head. Of course that's just fantasy. Aianna politely declines the wine. How can she find leverage against him to smoothly break the engagement? Aianna stops talking and quietly thinks of strategies. Seeing the atmosphere turn cold, Marcus invites her to join him at a hunting party. It's organized by Gray Rosenberg. Aianna is instantly shocked. Sebas's older brother. Is this the same hunting party Sebas invited her to that day? She agrees directly, though there's some uncertainty. It's much better than staying at home. Early the next morning, they arrive at the forest. Aianna still keeps Damien by her side, at least to ensure safety. To her surprise, just as they reach their destination, Sebas comes to meet them. Long time no see, Miss Aianna. My brother isn't feeling well, so I came in his place. Seeing Aianna doesn't speak, Sebas actually looks dejected. Sorry, Miss Aianna, does my presence make you uncomfortable? If so, I'll leave immediately. Aianna quickly says that's not the case. Just then, Marcus appears behind them. Oh my, Miss Aianna, I said I'd protect you. Why bring a knight? With that black hair, he looks rather annoying. Damien, of course, doesn't care about Marcus's meaningless barking. Marcus shows what he thinks is a handsome expression. Come on, baby, let's mount up. Let your knight wait here for us. Don't worry, even if we encounter wild beasts, I'll protect you with my life. Aianna just finds him so sleazy she wants to vomit, but to avoid suspicion, Aianna can only play along. She also takes this chance to observe Damien. You said you'd always stand by me, so will you actually follow? But the next second, Damien's voice appears in Aianna's mind. Don't worry, my lady, I'll protect you well. Only Aianna can hear the demon's whisper. After watching them go far, Damien's body actually begins to slowly dissipate. In just 2 seconds, he turns into a wisp of black mist. Meanwhile, Aianna has reached the depths of the forest. Marcus keeps spouting sweet talk along the way. Aianna wants to vomit. Behind them, Sebas wants to cry. But suddenly, a sinister atmosphere makes everything fall silent. Screams come from not far ahead. Marcus immediately trembles in fear. Sebas also notices something's wrong. Aianna wonders if this could be someone's conspiracy. Marcus has already wet himself in fear. He immediately turns around saying they should go back for guards, but Sebas thinks it's too late now. We need to check. It would be bad if someone's injured. Marcus's hands tremble as he holds the reins. Aianna looks disgusted. How did she ever fall for such trash in her previous life? Sebas has already rushed forward. Marcus seems to feel his pride is at stake. He makes excuses saying it's to protect Aianna. If you get hurt, my lady, it would pain me. Aianna doesn't expose him. She directly starts to kill with excessive praise. Young Master Sebas might be in danger. Aren't you a hunting expert, young Master Marcus? A few wolves should be nothing to you, right? Marcus Weber, having been cornered, had no choice but to go along with it reluctantly, but they had barely taken a few steps when Sebas's horse came running out in panic. Sebas clutched his abdomen and collapsed to the ground. Several black-clad figures came into view, and upon seeing Marcus Weber and the other arriving, the black-clad figures immediately drew their crossbows at Aianna, and in that critical moment, Sebas suddenly raised his sword and thrust it at the opponent's horse's leg. He shouted at the two of them, Marcus, take the lady and run! No sooner had he finished speaking than he was kicked away. Seeing this, Marcus Weber immediately fled, every cell in his body trembling. Damn it, damn it, damn it! I don't want to die! I still have so many romances to pursue! Aianna thought he was utterly foolish. The opponents had crossbowmen, yet he was running in a straight line. Sure enough, The next second, an arrow struck Marcus Weber's shoulder. Aianna knew she couldn't keep up the act anymore. Her eyes instantly became extraordinarily sharp. She raised her hand and seized control of the horse. In her previous life, her riding skills had already been honed to perfection. She headed towards the densely wooded area. She thought about throwing Marcus Weber off, but the fellow was holding her too tightly. Suddenly, she remembered that when they came earlier, there was a cliff ahead. She led the black-clad figures to the edge of the cliff, precisely gauging the distance. With a sharp break and a turn, she brought the horse to a stop, but the black-clad figures weren't so fortunate. With the danger resolved, Aianna finally breathed a sigh of relief. Marcus Weber was still trembling. Then they came to where Sebas was. The boy lay motionless on the ground, seemingly severely injured. Weren't there several more black-clad figures? Why did they leave? Aianna vaguely sensed something was wrong. She gently lifted Sebas up, and the boy finally regained consciousness. And his first words were to ask if Aianna was hurt, his eyes full of concern for the girl. Aianna's heart suddenly trembled. This boy was clearly so severely injured himself, but seeing Aianna was all right. Sebas struggled to raise his hand and caress the girl's cheek. Thank goodness, as long as you're safe, my lady. Aianna felt an indescribable emotion inside, but she reminded herself not to soften. This person would be her future enemy. Just then, Marcus Weber suddenly became terrified. Aianna followed his gaze. A pack of wolves was eyeing them hungrily. While Aianna was still thinking of a strategy, Marcus Weber actually rode off alone. Now Aianna felt somewhat desperate. The wolf pack was gradually approaching. They were attracted by the scent of Sebas's blood. Aianna began to feel afraid. She couldn't fight off so many wolves. Was her revenge going to come to nothing? And the people I wanted to protect? But the wolf pack gave her no time, lunging straight at them. She closed her eyes in despair, calling out Damien's name. As the breath of death approached once more, her mind was filled with thoughts of that eternally loyal knight Damien. The imagined pain never came, and Aianna opened her eyes. Is it Damien? Is it the person I've been waiting for most? A weak voice pulled her back to reality. It was Sebas, who had stood up despite the excruciating pain. Don't worry, Lady Aianna. I will definitely protect you, he said, standing firmly in front of Aianna. I'll distract them, my lady. You must escape quickly. Elena's mind was in complete chaos. Why was this happening? He's supposed to be my enemy. Why would he protect me even at the cost of his life? Why does that silhouette look so familiar? But how could Sebas's injured body withstand the wolf pack? In the last second before falling, he turned to look at Aianna. My lady, run quickly! Sebas fell heavily to the ground, and Aianna had no time to escape. The wolf pack had already leaped up, and in that critical moment, a cloud of shadow mist blocked in front of the girl. The wolves were instantly flung thousands of meters away. Damien stood above like the Lord of Death, his abyssal aura emanating. Aianna felt she couldn't breathe for a moment, and the wolf pack seemed to have seen something terrifying. Damien merely glared at them. The wolf pack scattered and fled. Not just the wolves, Aianna also felt terrified, as if a mountain was pressing down on her. Damien flashed to Elena's side, but just as he reached out his hand, he was slapped away by Aianna. Don't touch me! This came from an inner fear of demons. Damien hesitated for a second. He snapped his fingers, and the demonic aura disappeared. He returned to his mischievous smile. It seems you're not hurt. Just as Aianna was about to say something, the guards arrived one after another. Seeing the scene of devastation, they all panicked. They quickly carried Sebas away for treatment. Marcus Weber shamelessly hugged Aianna. Aianna forcefully pushed him away. She had finally found a reason to break off the engagement, and conveniently there were many witnesses. Marcus, I'm utterly disappointed in you. How could you abandon your own fiancé and flee alone? Our engagement is over, you greasy, selfish, cowardly wretch. Aianna was also taken away by the doctor for examination. Damien was delighted inside. Why aren't you barking anymore, boy? The next day at Duke Haver's mansion, Brother Leon crouched beside Aianna with a worried expression. Thank goodness you weren't hurt. If I had known Marcus was that kind of person, I would never have let you go out with him. Learning that Damien had saved Aianna, Leon didn't say much more. Rest well, little sister. He patted Damien's shoulder as if entrusting him. Protect Aianna. Well, I'm counting on you. After her brother left, Elena's expression darkened. Explain yourself. What does my lady need me to explain? Don't play dumb with me. After Marcus and I entered the forest, where were you? What did you do? You said you were always following me, so where were you when the black-clad figures were chasing me? But Damien didn't answer the girl's question. In a life-or-death moment, the knight saved his master. Isn't this a plot that often appears in romantic novels? Although Aianna was trying hard to endure, but remembering how Damien looked at that time, she still couldn't help but feel fear. But even so, I must admit, when facing the threat of death, I was always waiting for Damien to come, that eternally loyal knight. So now Aianna was conflicted, constantly trying to find traces of the former Damien in this Damien. She was very, very afraid that the current Damien was just watching a show. Even if I'm deceiving myself, I hope the Damien I loved wasn't pretending. I really don't want this hope to shatter, so Damien, please explain quickly. But Damien still wore that mischievous smile, thinking briefly, you want an explanation, right? Actually, I was shocked too. I didn't expect the plot to develop with such intense tension. Hee. I really didn't serve you in vain, letting me see such a wonderful story. What's wrong, my lady? Are you disappointed? Have you given up up all hope? But you don't need to worry. If you encounter danger next time, my lady, I will be just like this time, saving you at the most critical moment. Unexpectedly, Elena's expression suddenly changed, looking at Damien with tender affection. Why do I feel like you're lying? Damien was stunned for a second. Then he reached out and tightly grasped Elena, kneeling on both knees as if deeply saddened. I'm sorry, my lady, truly sorry. I was really worried about you, but as he spoke, he suddenly shifted from dejection to an evil smile, looking up coldly at Elena. Is this the answer you wanted to hear, my lady? Elena's heart suddenly ached sharply, and before she could speak, Damien gently kissed her hand. Poor lady, you've been searching for that human Damien, so you hope everything I say is a lie. But look, he gathered the demonic aura in his hand. I am a demon. I can be a villain. I can be a knight. I can even become an angel. Elena's expression returned to coldness, and she blew away the dark energy despite her fear. When Damien turned around, she didn't dare say it out loud. It was the hope Elena gave herself. It was a ray of light. When I pushed his hand away at that moment, I clearly saw Damien's expression was very sad. That kind of sad expression definitely wasn't fake, definitely not. Suddenly, Damien turned back. By the way, my lady, a letter has arrived from the Rosenberg family, because Lady Elena's knight saved his life. They've sent an invitation. What does my lady plan to do? No need to think about it. She definitely had to meet them. At least there were some things she needed to confirm. Meanwhile, on the other side, Sebas had regained consciousness, and when he heard Elena was coming, he was so excited that he dropped and broke his cup. His expression was both nervous and expectant. Elena slowly walked in, and Damien couldn't help but tease. My lady, do you like this type of innocent young man? Did the nervousness instantly disappear? After all, she had brought many guards, but the Rosenberg family only allowed Damien alone to accompany her inside. She had indeed been quite nervous originally, until she saw Sebas's blushing, shy appearance. Her mood improved slightly, and after politely greeting him, she sat by the bedside and made small talk with Sebas. Receiving the flowers, Sebas's heart was about to jump out of his chest. Elena also tried her best to go along with him, but she was very clear in her heart. The future Sebas would definitely become very cold-blooded, although I don't know the reason. But Anton Rosenberg, just wait. I'll make your son fall deeply in love with me, and after ruining your ambush plans, I'll use your precious son to destroy the Rosenberg family from within, even if it means shattering Sebas's pure heart. I must do this. Damien watched them coldly from the side. Unexpectedly, a maid nearby glared at him. Boy, can't you read the room? Then, without Damien's consent, she let him out, leaving the two alone together. Outside the door, Damien was displeased. My lady, you're really annoying. Haven't I already told you? I don't like love stories. Meanwhile, Elena spoke guiltily, expressing gratitude to Sebas, even deliberately brushing back her hair. Sebas was indeed completely mesmerized. He reached out and held Elena. No need to feel guilty, my lady, nor to thank me. This is what I should do. On the contrary, I'm very grateful to your guard for saving me. Then we can say we saved each other. Sebas's heart was still racing, and he seemed to be hesitating about something. He stammered, Lady Elena, I don't think Marcus is worthy of you. He began to roar. How could he abandon his own fiancée and flee? If it were me, I would never run. After saying this, he quickly covered his mouth. This boy was actually quite calculating. I'm sorry, my lady, I shouldn't speak ill of Marcus, but I really couldn't help it. This was exactly what Elena wanted. It's not your fault. I was going to break off the engagement with Marcus anyway. At these words, Sebas immediately perked up. Breaking off the engagement? Wasn't this his chance? He even started coughing uncontrollably, and Elena quickly handed him a kerchief. Who would have thought this fellow would actually cough up blood from excitement? He was a bit embarrassed. Sorry, I've soiled your kerchief, my lady. He took out his own prepared silk kerchief to give to the girl, bearing the Rosenberg family crest. Elena looked at it quietly. Thank you, young Master Sebas. I will definitely treasure it. Then she bid farewell to Sebas and prepared to leave. She had gotten the answer she wanted. But suddenly, Fiona actually ran out, greeting Elena with false sincerity. And this red-haired woman, even in her previous life, she didn't seem to have seen her. While Elena was confused, Damien was completely stunned. His pupils instantly turned red. His brows furrowed as he stared coldly at her. Talia, why are you here? Elena greeted Fiona normally on the surface, learning that the red-haired woman was named Talia. I'm now Sebas's tutor. I heard you saved Sebas, my lady, and wanted to thank you specially. Talia politely curtsied to Elena. And Knight Damien, thank you so much for saving young Master Sebas. You're welcome. I only did what I should do. Then Fiona pretended to look dejected. My lady must have been terrified this time. Can the banquet still continue? Fiona mainly wanted to confirm this matter. Unexpectedly, Elena responded, how could it not? The banquet must continue. I've even chosen the date. After all, Miss Fiona will be attending, won't you? It's on the 31st of this month. You must remember to come. Fiona suddenly paused, looking being thoughtful. Aianna had already confirmed that she definitely knew about the ambush. In my previous life, our family was attacked on the 30th, and now I've scheduled the banquet for the 31st. Fiona must think there won't be a banquet on the 31st. Will you show up then? I'm really curious. As they parted ways, everyone was preoccupied with their own thoughts. Damien coldly glanced at Talia, his eyes like a warning. The other party showed no fear, her red pupils even more vivid, seeming to smile wickedly. No matter what you want to do, no matter what scheme you have, Talia, I definitely won't let you interfere with me. After returning to Duke Haver's mansion, Aianna received flowers and a letter from Marcus Weber. She casually threw them away. The golden roses floated in the water. Marcus's matter could be put to rest. This fellow was really an idiot, actually sending golden roses. She inexplicably thought of Sebas. The young boy could be so thoughtful. She had only glanced at the violets in the garden a few more times, and he remembered it by heart. What a pity that fate plays tricks. Our destiny is ultimately to be enemies. Damien seemed to see through the girl's thoughts. My lady, you should focus on dealing with the ambush. She was at a loss now. Too few clues. The opponents were hiding too well. She couldn't find the family, traitor at all. Even father hadn't found them. She knew very well that the poison had been put in the wine, because to save father and sister, they drank the wine. And that wine was sent by Marcus. At first I suspected it was him, but he had no motive. Otherwise, the first thing she would have done after rebirth was to kill Marcus. But too many servants had access to the wine. She couldn't arrest them all. As expected of my lady, analyzing everything so logically. Stop flattering me. I don't dare alert the enemy, and I can't find anyone to trust. The only one I can trust is you, a demon, but you keep slacking off. She felt somewhat powerless. Is that really so? Damien instantly became gentle, my lady. I believe you can definitely do it, because you're the only protagonist I've chosen. Your most powerful weapon isn't me, but your own memories, anger, and wisdom, and the time you've lived through. If I need to intervene, then your rebirth would become meaningless. Trust me, my lady, you can definitely do it. Damien's encouragement seemed to awaken the girl, her vast memories instantly falling into place. There was one more person she could completely trust. Night quickly fell, and a man quietly came to the wine cellar, carrying a small mouse in a cage. He tested the wine barrel by barrel, feeding the wine to the caged mouse. Soon the mouse died from poisoning. The man broke out in cold sweat all over. He calmly blew out the candle. The next morning, Aianna was painting a portrait of Sebas, a boy with no lies, possessing a pure and beautiful soul. When did those sunshine-like eyes begin to turn cold-blooded? Sebas was an important chess piece for her. She had to find a way to win him over. Maybe give him this painting. He would surely like it. I really can't bear to hurt you, but please forgive my selfishness. I have no choice. Just then, there was a knock at the door. Butler Edwin reported last night's events. The wine sent by young Master Marcus was poisoned, as expected. There's one more thing I need you to do. Edwin seemed to have a question, my lady. Why do you trust me so much? After all, this matter is crucial. You can't guarantee that I didn't poison it. That's true. Why do I trust you so much? Those memory fragments came flooding back. You died protecting Brandon. How could someone like you be a traitor? Of course, I can't tell you this. She patted Edwin's shoulder. Her smile was exceptionally bright. You've served my family diligently for decades. That's why I trust you. I'm counting on you for what comes next. The man was deeply moved. The lady actually recognized him so much. His respect for Aianna reached an unprecedented height. After Edwin left, Elena's eyes instantly became excited. Oh, come on, Anton Rosenberg. Come on, Fiona Rosenberg. Now it's my turn to counterattack. Are you ready? Soon it was the day before the banquet, and all the servants were gathered together. This was Elena's plan. Have the butler gather them under the pretense of a meeting. They just didn't understand. If it's a meeting, then have a meeting. Why were the knights also here? Everyone has worked hard for tomorrow's banquet. Next is Lady Elena's reward for everyone. Cups of wine were brought out. This was the fine wine sent by young Master Marcus, originally prepared for tomorrow's banquet, but the lady is kind and wants to reward everyone, so drink freely tonight. Everyone showed joyful expressions. After all, they couldn't afford such expensive wine. Except for one person from the knights and another from the maids. They seemed hesitant to drink. Their panicked expressions contrasted sharply with everyone else's joy. Little did they know, Aianna was watching all of this from the shadows. You two over there, why aren't you drinking? Aianna and the Duke slowly walked in, but the two were already trembling with fear. What's wrong, you two? Are you afraid the wine is poisoned? Seeing everyone's attention focused on them, the traitors tried to make excuses. I've been unwell these past 2 days and can't drink. But the butler knew them well. These two were usually heavy drinkers. The Duke's predatory gaze, Elena's gaze as if looking at ants. The two knew they were exposed and knelt down begging for mercy. But traitors were traitors. They were temporarily imprisoned. The man patted Aianna and the butler. Well done on this matter. He instructed his daughter, don't worry about the follow-up before the Rosenbergs attack. You and Serena go to the countryside manor to hide. Aianna definitely definitely wouldn't agree. She wanted to stay here, wanted to see with her own eyes the future she had changed. But father's attitude was clear. It's dangerous here, and I don't want you and Serena to see these bloody scenes. Aianna clenched her fists. She knew father wouldn't change his mind, because she was a daughter, and daughters should obey their elders. Her mood became somewhat downcast. Damien, I need information. Find a way to participate in interrogating the traitors. Yes, my lady, I'll be your ears and eyes. Tomorrow it would begin. Although preparations had been made, she was still a bit worried, hoping everything would go smoothly. That's right, my lady. Tomorrow the second act begins. The night moon was full, as if adorning this conflict. Sister was also awakened, somewhat confused. Tomorrow is the banquet. Why did father wake me up in the middle of the night and tell us to go to the banquet manor now? They didn't tell sister the truth. It was a form of protection for her, although they had successfully caught the traitors. Who knew if there were only those two? They came to the carriage. Almost everyone stayed at the Duke's mansion. Only she and sister escaped, and she felt vaguely uneasy. Sister, wait for me in the carriage. I'll be right back. Aianna came to a deserted place. Damien, are you there? The man slowly appeared. I'm here, my lady. The interrogation is over. They don't know who ordered them to poison, only that they were given a large sum of money, and that maid and knight are lovers. She participated in the poisoning plan because she loved her boyfriend. Aianna was stunned. She hadn't expected this to be the truth. Yes, my lady, so you see, love makes people foolish, right? Your father's plan is to turn their scheme against them. Let the Rosenberg people come in and capture them all alive. Aianna told him to stay at the Duke's mansion to help gather information. Damien was clearly taken aback. What are you saying, my lady? I definitely have to follow you. Absolutely not. You must stay here to protect my family. You're the only one I can trust, even though you're a demon. Damien flashed in front of the girl. Forgive me, but I cannot agree. I only care about you alone, my lady. Their lives and deaths are irrelevant to me. Aianna was clearly stunned, many images suddenly flashing through her mind. The eternally loyal knight Damien from her previous life. But after just 1 second, she came to her senses. She pushed the man forcefully. You must protect my family. If anything happens to them, I don't want to live either. And then the story you want to see will become meaningless. Damien's heart seemed to stop, his eyes showing fear, and he compromised with Aianna. Then Aianna returned to the carriage. But they had just departed, not knowing they were already being watched. They had been waiting for Aianna for a long time. After they had moved away from the Duke's mansion, the guards noticed something was wrong. Aianna kept feeling an ominous premonition. Sure enough, the next second, the carriage suddenly shook violently. Screams came from outside the carriage, and they lost their balance from the impact. Aianna's mind was in chaos. Why was there an attack? The Rosenberg ambush was tomorrow night. Why would they send people today? And they had just checked around the Duke's mansion this afternoon. Which step had gone wrong? Soon it became quiet outside. The carriage door was pulled open. Aianna saw their clothing clearly, exactly the same as in her previous life. She had to buy time now, asking, who sent you? How much did they pay you? I'll double it. Let us go. Unexpectedly, the opponent directly grabbed Aianna's hair. Sister grabbed the opponent's hand with all her strength. Don't touch her! But her angry shout only earned her a merciless kick. Serena fainted. Aianna was thrown out of the carriage. She fell into desperate straits. These guys weren't even wearing masks. This meant they had no intention of concealing their identities. They only did this when planning to kill everyone. The leader walked up to the girl and asked, "What's your name?" Why would he ask my name? Could it be they planned to capture me alive? She told them she was Serena Haver. After getting the answer, the man ordered his subordinates to take the woman in the carriage back. Well then, beautiful lady, you can go meet God now. So it was like this. She had no time to think about why they wanted to keep her alive. Brother Leon, Sister Serena, and Brandon, though I die, if it means you all can live, this second life wasn't in vain. She closed her eyes in despair, but the next second, the assassin fell straight, backward. They hadn't even reacted yet. When the sound of a crossbow being drawn reached their ears, Damien arrived at the critical moment. As expected, my worry was justified. He lightly leaped onto a tree, staring coldly at the assassins like the Lord of Death. A flash, wielding his sword with one hand. Who gave you permission to touch my lady? The demonic aura emanating from his eyes left the opponents completely defenseless. Aianna stared blankly at everything. This profile, the profile that had protected her countless times in her previous life. In a daze, she seemed to see the former knight, seeming to forget that the person before her was a demon. Damien shook his hand, smiling. Aianna came to her senses and rushed into the carriage. Thankfully, Sister was fine, just minor injuries. Outside the carriage, Damien looked amused, as if he'd seen something interesting. Until Aianna came out, then he turned his head. Aianna was already in tears, staring straight at the man. Seeing this scene, Damien's pupils unconsciously dilated, as if his vanished emotions had recovered slightly. He knelt on one knee beside Aianna, this time seemingly not acting. I thought you would blame me. I'm sorry, my lady, I was late. The girl kept shaking her head. How could I blame you, Damien? She couldn't help but hug the man tightly. The fear of death made her terribly afraid. She cried in Damien's arms as if venting, as if confiding, as if in this moment she took him as her support. The man didn't tease Aianna. He knew the girl was pretending to be strong. He knew Aianna's heart was actually very fragile. His heart also ached, but he had no choice. He wanted to say sorry to the girl personally. His outstretched hand wanted to embrace Aianna's back, but at the last moment, he still couldn't do it. The next day arrived, at the countryside manor. Aianna's organized banquet was held here. It ended smoothly. Aianna saw off all the nobles. Good news came from home. Damien returned to his mischievous appearance. Dear lady, the Duke has sent word. You can return now. Congratulations on your first victory. Aianna told the man to forget her embarrassing state from the early morning. Oh my, I can't forget such a wonderful plot. I don't care, you must forget even if you can't. She kicked at Damien across from her. After returning to the Duke's mansion, the maids were cleaning up the battlefield. It looks like it was intense. They came to the Duke's office. You've worked hard, Aianna. The man was exhausted and guilty. His daughter had been attacked. Thankfully, Damien arrived in time. This subordinate only did what should be done. Thinking about it, many doubts remained unanswered. Why did the Rosenberg family want to capture her alive? The man paused. It seems things are more complicated than we imagined, but the most important thing now is to interrogate the assassins. Let's take it one thing at a time. Aianna wanted to participate in the interrogation, but she was directly refused by her father. He didn't want his daughter drawn into this whirlpool. Just rest well, leave the rest to father. Aianna bit her teeth helplessly. She knew it would be like this. She had no decision-making, power in important matters, and father wouldn't let her participate, so she could only find another way. She told her father, besides Fiona not attending the banquet, 2 others also didn't come and didn't even send a letter of apology, which means they thought it didn't matter whether they came or not. After all, from their perspective, the Haver family would completely disappear today. One is the Mason family, the other is the Leighton family, which means they might be colluding with the Rosenbergs. The man couldn't believe it. How could the Mason family? They've always been on the same side as us. But in fact, Aianna hadn't invited the younger members of the Mason and Leighton families at all. It was just that from her previous life's information. She knew these 2 families had long been colluding with the Rosenbergs. So even if it meant lying now, she had to make her father vigilant. Then Aianna left her father's room, but the man repeatedly reminded her, "Don't tell your sister about these matters. I don't want her to bear this pressure." Aianna smiled brilliantly. "Don't worry, father. I understand." But when she turned around, her smile disappeared. "My father, you always bear everything alone like this." At night, Aianna was so agitated she couldn't sleep at all. Why capture me alive? I'm neither the family heir nor the eldest child. She felt powerless now. Asking father for authority was completely unrealistic. With father's personality, he definitely couldn't outmaneuver Anton Rosenberg, which meant the risk of family extermination was ever present. Suddenly, a snap of fingers sounded. A dazzling beam of light appeared before Elena's eyes. Like fireflies, teacup and teapot appeared in the air, spinning 2.5 turns, elegantly pouring Aianna a cup of fragrant tea, then landing smoothly on the table, and before she could react, a plate of nut snacks bounced out from the light, slowly falling in front of Aianna. Aianna finally came to her senses. The tea was still warm. She knew all this was Damien's doing. Shadow mist instantly appeared. Damien, holding the teapot, looked every bit the elegant noble. "How is it, my dear lady? I hope you enjoy the entertainment I've prepared for you." Aianna was expressionless. You still like playing these useless pranks? But her heart warmed, just like in her previous life. Whenever she was in a bad mood, Damien would always do something inexplicable. How she wished time could stop at this moment forever, with no worries, no past, no future. Aianna pulled back from her unrealistic thoughts and asked Damien about the interrogation of the assassins. Damien smiled mischievously. "I'm sorry, my lady. They seem to have prepared their statements for capture." As Aianna expected, really troublesome. "Yes, my lady. After all, your father is a civil official, not good at these things." Elena's eyes turned cold. "Then you go interrogate them now. I want all the intelligence about the ambush. But your father might not be willing to let me participate in the interrogation." Aianna already had a way to make them talk. "Don't worry, he'll let you participate." Damien was taken aback, so confident. "But that's right, as expected of the lady I chose." In the underground dungeon, the Duke looked exhausted. "These guys' mouths are too tight. We've used all kinds of torture, but they just won't tell the truth." Just then, Damien slowly walked in. He handed a silk kerchief to the Duke. The man's pupils instantly widened in surprise. The kerchief bore the Rosenberg family crest. Seeing this, the surviving assassins all showed terrified expressions. This was found in the pocket of a dead assassin, but actually the kerchief was given to him by Aianna. It was the one Sebas had given her before. Such a naive boy. Romance and love, such distant words. Early the next morning, Damien came to Aianna's room early. "It's done, my lady." Aianna looked disgusted. "Can't you change your clothes first? You're covered in blood." The next second, Damien was instantly refreshed. Someone couldn't withstand the pressure and confessed everything. He said their mission was to kill everyone in the Haver Duke's mansion except you, but they said they were ordered by some noble. They don't know which specific noble. This showed Anton Rosenberg was really difficult to deal with. Even with complete certainty, he left a backup plan. But Damien was more curious about something else, my lady. "Where did you get that kerchief?" Aianna smiled wickedly. "Sebas gave it to me." Damien instantly understood. his expression seeming somewhat regretful. This boy is really pitiful. It was clearly genuine feelings, right? You're right, Damien. Not only do you hate love stories, I hate them too. At noon, Aianna had just come downstairs when she saw a 3-tier cake sent by Marcus Weber, and a love letter too. Damien held it, preparing to read it to the girl. Aianna was speechless. Didn't I tell you not to let anything from Marcus in anymore? Sister directly scolded the servants. If anything from Marcus appears in the house again, you can all get out. She tells Aianna not to worry. She won't let trash like Marcus Weber get anywhere near her again. Aianna feels deeply touched. Serena is always like this, even though she herself was terrified after the last attack. But as the eldest daughter of the family, she keeps comforting Aianna anyway. Suddenly, Serena interrupts Aianna's wandering thoughts. Listen, today father spoke with me privately. He's already contacted several nobles and says he wants to arrange marriages for both of us as soon as possible. Hearing this, Aianna immediately understands. Even though father has evidence of House Rosenberg's assault, he doesn't dare make any rash moves, because their family is far more powerful than ours. And the reason father is so eager to marry us off is to expand the family's power through strategic alliances. Serena seems to be looking forward to love, even if it's just to protect her smile. I will definitely make sure she finds happiness. Then Damien shows up carrying 20,000 love letters. Miss, you're truly popular! After breaking off the engagement with Marcus, all these single men are rushing to confess their feelings. Aianna really wants to slap him. These aren't just for me, they're for any woman from House Haver, understand? Father plans to marry off Serena first, but Aianna has memories from her past life. She knows which families have a future and which are worthless. She must choose a reliable husband for Serena. As for myself, the best candidate for marriage alliance would be Duke Meyer himself from House Meyer. Damien's hand holding the teacup suddenly trembles. His smiling face instantly turns cold. Miss, don't you know Duke Meyer is a man in his 70s? Of course I know, but Meyer can bring the greatest benefit to our family. And when it comes to marriage alliances, the value I can gain by marrying him is immense. But Meyer isn't just over 50. He's already been divorced twice. Of course I know. Damien, you haven't forgotten about that viral disaster, have you? That was how I took control of House Palmer in my past life. The same way, the upper ranks of House Meyer will die in that disaster. In just a few years, I can become the real power behind House Meyer. That force will become a major weapon against House Rosenberg. But Damien's gaze turns terrifyingly cold. He tells the girl word by word, Miss, listen carefully. I absolutely will not agree to this. Aianna is confused. Why? The next second, Damien suddenly leans in close. His demonic red pupils appear. He's furious. He doesn't want Aianna, who's been given a second chance at life, to compromise her emotional happiness for revenge. But he can't let Aianna discover his love for her. Yet right now, he can't control his emotions. The table seems about to shatter under his grip. Aianna pushes him away. Who I marry is none of your business. But Damien suddenly explodes in rage. It's my business! You're the protagonist I've chosen. I will never let you marry that old man! Aianna freezes for 2 seconds. A glimmer of hope flashes in her eyes, but it vanishes instantly. She roars at Damien. What are you? Who are you to me? What gives you the right to control me? The 3 questions snap Damien back to his senses. Did he really just lose control? He slowly relaxes his clenched fist. His mischievous smile returns. Oh, my dear miss, if you married that old man, it would be truly boring. After all, you married a fool in your past life. I don't want to watch the same plot twice. So even if you must marry, the story needs to develop more interestingly for me to be satisfied. But Aianna seems determined to marry Meyer. Always talking about boring, how interesting can I, an ordinary person, be? But Damien suddenly grabs Aianna's hand. My dear miss, do you think I stayed by your side to watch an ordinary person's story? Besides, miss, you're anything but ordinary. Your hands can possess everything. Power, wealth, truth, including men's hearts. He gently caresses Aianna's hand. You are the protagonist I've chosen. I want you to live confidently, proudly, unapologetically, not compromising yourself, not sacrificing yourself for some illusory power. Trust me, miss, you can obtain everything you want with your own hands. Live proudly, like a true leading lady. Damien's words seem to touch the girl, giving her tremendous confidence. He's right. Why should she compromise with circumstances? Half a month passes quickly. Anton Rosenberg seems to have gone quiet since the failed assault. Aianna attends a noble's garden party. Her purpose is to gather intelligence. After all, since resolving the assault, the plot ahead is beyond her control. She puts on an innocent, naive appearance as they discuss House Rosenberg. They gossip excitedly about how young Master Sebas has rejected all noble marriage proposals. Could young Master Sebas have feelings for Miss Aianna? They all look envious. Aianna can only manage a polite smile. I have no idea. After all, I have no plans to marry anytime soon. Soon, the party ends and Aianna boards the carriage home. Miss, did you gather the intelligence you wanted? Of course I did. I don't do meaningless things. Just as expected, House Reinhardt, with Roxy in it, has already started declining. and this very capable man will be an important partner for my future. When she returns to the ducal estate, the butler informs them that the head of the family has returned home. He asks that you go see him immediately. When she arrives at father's office, she discovers Serena is also there. The man plans to prioritize Serena's marriage alliance. Though reluctant, Aianna knows there's no escaping this. Father wants to secure allies through marriage before confronting House Rosenberg, but this is so unfair to Serena. She knows nothing about any of this, though Serena looks obedient. After all, for most nobles, obeying father's decisions is mandatory. The man tells Aianna to come along as well. Her hands clench tightly. If only she had a say in this. The man takes out an envelope. This is the matchmaking candidate he's chosen for Serena. But the moment Aianna hears House Mason, she can no longer stay calm. She already told father that House Mason has colluded with the Rosenbergs. A trace of helplessness shows in the man's eyes. But Aianna suddenly stands up and shouts, "House Mason is absolutely out of the question. Father, don't you realize this is pushing Serena straight into a pit of fire?" Serena quickly stops Aianna. "Don't be disrespectful to father. This etiquette is ingrained in her bones." The man doesn't get angry. He asks Serena to step out so he can speak with Aianna alone. Aianna's words challenge father. The man seems to hold on to a sliver of hope. That was a ladies' gathering. Even if they're colluding with the Rosenbergs, surely they wouldn't tell the women about the assault. "I know what you're thinking. Our family is weak right now, so even with evidence of the Rosenberg assault, we don't dare confront them." The man looks shocked. Aianna actually understands this reason. He seems willing to hear his daughter's suggestion. The girl's eyes are resolute. If Serena must truly be used as a bargaining chip to secure allies, then choose House Reinhardt. They happen to have two men around Serena's age. The man stares at his daughter for a few seconds, then agrees with Aianna's suggestion. Perhaps his daughter's choice is the right one. Back in her bedroom, she tells Damien about the conversation with father. "Worthy of you, miss, to make the stubborn Duke change his mind. But your real target is House Reinhardt's younger son Roxy, isn't it? House Reinhardt excels in martial arts. Nearly everyone in the family is a knight, and the previous Count Reinhardt was the guard captain for the previous emperor. But when the second prince took the throne, House Reinhardt was suppressed. Their family must be quite poor now, but House Reinhardt will soon escape their difficulties. After all, that Roxy is a business genius. I remember in your past life, after you took control of House Palmer, he was the one who continuously supported you financially. Still, I'm curious. Miss, how do you plan to persuade Roxy?" The next day, they head to House Reinhardt. That must be their estate. Serena is extremely nervous. After all, this is her first matchmaking meeting. She has no idea what he looks like. Aianna knows Serena has always looked forward to love. She comforts her sweet, innocent sister. Inside Count Reinhardt's estate, after brief introductions, the red-haired man before them is named Leo, Roxy's older brother. Handsome and mighty like a lion, Aianna senses Serena really likes this type. Wait, no, it's not a sense. Serena definitely likes this type. But even during the meal, Aianna hasn't seen Roxy appear. She absent-mindedly peels river prawns. At least Serena seems quite satisfied. Suddenly, a rushed voice sounds. Roxy barges through the door. "My apologies, ladies, I'm late. Unlike other noble young masters, Roxy has always been wild and eccentric. Everyone's faces fall, except Elena's, but Roxy remains completely shameless." "Haha, as long as I'm not embarrassed, everyone else is," Serena politely greets him. But this guy actually winks flirtatiously at Serena. The atmosphere in the dining room instantly becomes awkward. Only Aianna remains clear-headed. Though this guy is usually carefree, he wouldn't be this rude. What are you trying to achieve with this deliberate act? At that moment, Roxy meets Aianna's gaze. With a faint, wicked smile, she has no idea what Roxy is thinking right now. So when afternoon tea time arrives, Leo suggests taking a walk in the garden, but Roxy deliberately yawns, showing no courtesy as the host. "I don't like walking. Ladies, you can stroll with my brother. I'll stay home." But Aianna suddenly smiles mischievously. "Oh my, what a coincidence, young Master Roxy. I don't like walking either. This is perfect. Let Serena and Lord Leo chat alone." "Is that so, miss? Then we truly are fated." When only Aianna and Roxy remain in the parlor, the man sprawls on the sofa. "Get your own tea if you want some. I'm tired. Taking a nap." Roxy looks completely indifferent, not even wanting to glance at Aianna. "Fine, fine. Let's see how long you can keep up this act." She's already figured out how to handle Roxy. As a family centered on knights, discussing martial skills would be inappropriate. He'd think I was challenging him, but strategy chess would be perfect. After all, Aianna knows full well that Roxy is obsessed with chess, and she grew up watching her brother and Brandon play chess. After they left, she's been playing with Damien constantly. Her chess skills have become masterful. Sure enough, seeing Elena's move, the man's expression changes, but instantly, his disdain returns. "Miss, this is a man's game. Do you even understand it? The bait is taken." That's exactly what she was waiting for. After learning Aianna also enjoys chess, Roxy actually jumps up in excitement. His face shows undisguised delight. "Finally, I've met a kindred spirit!" He can't wait to play a game with Aianna. He sets up the board on the coffee table, constantly explaining explaining the rules to the girl. Watching his excitement, Aianna finally shows a satisfied smile, remembering his past life, his independent spirit unswayed by others, how he never fit in with other nobles. This is the Roxy she knows. Aianna patiently listens as he finishes explaining the rules. The game begins. Ladies first, you move first, miss. The man smiles broadly. Aianna's gaze instantly sharpens. Every time she plays chess, she remembers her past life struggles with Sebas, when a weak woman treated as prey becomes the hunter instead. She saw the surprise that flashed in Sebas's eyes. That thrilling feeling is truly something to miss. Roxy discovers the taste of finding a worthy opponent. Little does he know he's already fallen into Aianna's trap. As she makes her final move, Roxy freezes on the spot. He actually lost to a young lady. Aianna still wears that wicked smile. For a moment, the man actually feels chills. For an instant, he loses his confidence. But in just 2 seconds, Roxy becomes even more excited. Unlike other men, he doesn't feel humiliated. Instead, he's thrilled. Miss, you're actually this skilled. I'm not convinced. One more game. He quickly resets the board. Come on, Miss Aianna. I'll definitely beat you this time. His posture becomes serious. Perhaps from this moment, he truly begins to respect the woman before him. Unfortunately, things don't go as planned. This game, he loses even faster. Just 2 minutes. Aianna defeats him once again. Roxy's eyes fill with admiration. He's genuinely impressed. He even develops a strong interest in Aianna. He bows his head to apologize. Please forgive my rude behavior today, miss. There's no need to apologize, young Master Roxy. Your deliberate rudeness was just to reject this marriage arrangement, wasn't it? Miss, you're truly impressive. You saw right through it. It turns out Roxy has been under family pressure all along. All he wants is to do business and make money, but House Reinhardt believes he's disgracing the family. How can someone of knight lineage think only about money? So the man's mother believes that once her son marries, it will dissuade him from his business plans. This is why Roxy deliberately offended and acted rude. He voluntarily reveals all this. After all, miss, you probably don't really want this matchmaking either, right? This guy is as perceptive as ever. She tells him she has a very profitable project, and she happens to need a partner. Would young Master Roxy be interested? I wasn't planning to get involved, but if it's you, Miss Aianna, then I'm absolutely willing. You're such a unique miss. I'm very curious about you. Then when you visit my home next time, young Master Roxy, we can talk more, all right? Absolutely, miss. I'm really looking forward to it. Suddenly, a maid enters to tell them that Leo and Serena have returned. Meanwhile, in a slum district elsewhere, Elena's father follows, leads to discover a corpse, dead for several days now. This boy must be the spy who passed information to House Rosenberg. The man orders his subordinates not to let Aianna know about this. He really doesn't want his daughter involved at all. Little does he know Damien is quietly watching from the rooftop. What a good father, but too bad. When Miss isn't around, I am her ears. When he returns to the ducal estate, Damien tells Aianna the intelligence gathered from the Duke. A child from the slums probably chose to become a spy for House Rosenberg to care for his sick mother and young siblings. Because commoners all know getting involved in noble affairs is dangerous. She takes out a bag of gold coins. Give this to the spy's family. See if we can gather any useful intelligence. Though money cannot ease the pain of losing a loved one, let it be comfort for that foolish yet pitiful boy. Watching Aianna writing something, he takes out a water bottle, dampens a handkerchief, and slowly approaches the girl. Please forgive my rudeness, miss. He gently kneels down and takes hold of Elena's arm. He wipes her right hand stained with ink. Damien's face is expressionless, exceptionally serious. His hands are cold. This scene seems to stir more memories in Aianna, yet she feels the man before her isn't cleaning her hand, but rather polishing something precious to him. She quickly pulls her hand away, not wanting her mind disturbed further. I didn't expect you to carry a handkerchief. It doesn't fit your character at all. You mean this? A maid from the estate gave it to me. Then that poor maid probably never dreamed the gift she gave you would get this filthy. Damien freezes for a second. Miss, why are you being sarcastic with me? He opens the balcony window, preparing for ventilation. Then he snaps his fingers. Demonic flames rise, burning the handkerchief to ash in just 2 seconds. He spreads his arms with a mischievous smile. There, miss. Now you don't need to worry about it. Aianna stares at him blankly. This guy is truly persistent, and the object of his persistence is always only her, whether the demon now or the knight from her past life. It feels both warm and sorrowful. She lowers her head to finish writing the invitation in her hand, sending it to House Reinhardt. Seems your meeting with Roxy went well, miss. She hands the letter to Damien for the butler. Have him send it out. Yes, miss. I'll have it delivered. But after walking out of the room, the man's expression instantly turns cold. His eyes carry deep worry. Though you don't want to marry Roxy, miss. That redhead might not think the same way. I really want to burn this letter. 2 days later, early in the morning, House Reinhardt's reply says they'll come today. Aianna barely gets out of bed before Serena corners her. What exactly did you talk about with young Master Roxy that day? Why did you send him an invitation back so quickly? And that guy seems so rude. What about you? How was your walk with Lord Leo? By the way, today's dress matches Leo's hair color perfectly. Serena's cheeks immediately flush red. Clearly, she has feelings for Leo. At that moment, the butler informs them that House Reinhardt's carriage is arriving soon. Serena feels extremely nervous. The approaching brothers Leo and Roxy have both dressed up carefully. Leo walks shyly up to Serena. "Miss, these flowers are for you." Elena finds it adorable. Such a large, muscular man speaking words as gentle as a kitten. Suddenly, Roxy walks over too. He hands over a bouquet of crimson lilies. The man's eyes show undisguised excitement. "Miss Elena, you know what? I've been thinking about you these past few days." In the reception room, Roxy wears a wicked smile. "Your sister and my brother seem to be falling for each other. How about it, Miss Elena? Should we make it a double marriage alliance?" "You're quite the joker, young Master Roxy. Isn't ours a sincere friendship?" She doesn't believe Roxy likes her romantically. Seeing this, the man shows no disappointment. He only has a favorable impression of the girl for now, not yet love, so he laughs heartily. "In that case, Miss Elena, let's talk business. After you told me about a profitable project that day, I've been incredibly excited. See my dark circles? I've been so excited I haven't slept in days. Young Master Roxy, aren't you exaggerating? What if my plan doesn't satisfy you?" But his expression turns resolute. "Though I don't know you well, Miss Elena, my sixth sense tells me you're someone destined for great things." The girl freezes for a second. Does this guy trust me that much? Unlike in her past life when she controlled House Palmer, in this life she's just a young noble lady with no power or status. Thinking carefully, it is strange. Not just Roxy. Even her enemy Sebas is the same. And that demon Damien. She forcefully pushes these thoughts aside. There are still many things left to accomplish. She takes out something prepared in advance. She hands it to Roxy. "A tea set?" The man doesn't see anything special about it. "Miss, could you explain?" "I know absolutely nothing about tea arts." Feeling thirsty himself, he casually pours a cup. Steam slowly rises. "Dark brown tea? This is my first time seeing this. It's not poisoned, is it?" The man mutters to himself. "But if Miss Elena recommends it, I'll try it even if it's poisoned." He lifts the cup and smells it. An unfamiliar aroma fills his nose. He takes a small sip. The man's expression instantly changes. The initially bitter taste gradually becomes sweet and fragrant. He remembers hearing from subordinates before about a unique tea from the distant north. The description matches this exactly. He becomes increasingly delighted. Only Elena knows. This thing is actually coffee, something that won't become popular in the Empire's noble circles for at least another 10 years. Merchants have already imported the raw materials. They just don't know how to use them. Roxy feels like he's found treasure. He's 10,000% certain this tea will sell like crazy. But when Elena doesn't tell him the production method, the man immediately becomes unhappy. "My dear Miss Elena, don't you trust me?" The man's innocent expression makes Elena laugh. "You really know how to act, don't you?" Then she suddenly becomes exceptionally mature. "Young Master Roxy, you should know, I'm not as naive as you think. You know when to stop talking. Miss, you truly fascinate me." The two immediately reach an agreement. "Now, may I see the second thing you've prepared for me, miss?" He opens the briefcase beside him. Inside are tens of thousands of pages of materials. What he sees shocks him. "Miss, you've truly opened my eyes again. From production costs to packaging and sales, deliberately segmented for the noble demographic, the complete business plan from start to finish is practically a guaranteed profit. But the girl has another purpose. To have Roxy enter noble ladies' circles under the reputation of black gold tea, to maximize intelligence gathering about House Rosenberg. "I have a feeling that if you manage my company, you'd do better than me. But I also have a question." The man's expression becomes serious. "With the funding in this plan, House Haver could easily provide it. You're letting me have such a good deal. So, I'm a bit suspicious, Miss Elena. What's your real reason for using matchmaking as an excuse to find me?" "The real reason? I need a lot of money. Enough money to take revenge on House Rosenberg, to protect my beloved family from harm." Of course she can't tell Roxy the real secret, but I do need independence. As a fellow noble, you should understand. Daughters have no voice in the family. All I can do is obediently marry a noble for alliance, but I don't want that. I have many dreams, yet my identity as a daughter constantly constrains me. So I want to change everything. Not cooperating with you as Miss Haver, but as Elena cooperating with you, young Master Roxy. Are you satisfied with this answer? The man silently looks at her. He's silent for 2 seconds. He seems to empathize with Elena's situation, like how his own mother tries to stop him from doing business. How can a knight family produce a money grubber? Don't you know you're disgracing Reinhardt? Even his brother Leo keeps trying to stop him, claiming he can't let his brother tarnish the family's reputation. Roxy's vision is no longer so shallow. He yearns to embrace a broader world, like facing the open sea. He rubs his gelled red hair. The woman before him is too surprising. So, I'm not the only one wanting to break free from shackles. As a woman, Miss Elena, you're far greater than me. A thread of affection begins to take root in Roxy's heart from this moment. He stands up straight. He extends his right hand toward the woman, his expression extremely serious. Miss Elena, from now on, please guide me. I hope for a pleasant cooperation. He becomes even more certain of the path he must take. Elena's determination completely wins Roxy over. His passionate gaze gives the girl hope. The moment their hands clasp together, the gears of destiny turn once more. The next morning, dressed up, Elena prepares prepares to go out. Serena looks worried. After all, Roxy didn't leave a good impression on her. He feels like another Marcus Weber. To keep Serena from overthinking, Aianna tells her, "I'm just using Roxy as a cover to create opportunities for you and Lord Leo." Serena's cheeks instantly turn red. Since her sister has seen through it, she stops pretending. Lord Leo is indeed very handsome. Aianna thinks she looks exactly like a woman in love. "Then you must stay happy forever." Serena hugs Aianna tightly. "I've received your blessing. You must find your own love too." Love? Such a distant word. She bids farewell to Serena, who sees her off. Damien has been waiting for a while. "My mission is to destroy House Rosenberg. As for love, I'll leave that for you to experience on my behalf. I still have very important things to do." They arrive at the city center. Damien starts his familiar teasing. "Miss, you're truly meticulous. It's just a coffee shop. You clearly remember the most popular shop from your past life. You could just buy it directly. Do you need to see it in person? The future has been changing since we resolved the assault. It would be troublesome if unknown variables appeared." Then, judging by your pace, the conversation with Roxy went very smoothly. "Such a pity I couldn't witness it myself. Can you tell me what happened between you two?" Aianna reluctantly turns her head away. "The plot you missed isn't my concern." "What, you want to hear?" "Sure, but there's a fee." Damien freezes for a second. Then he laughs. "Truly worthy of my Miss Aianna. You conduct yourself like a true businesswoman. So, my dear miss, what compensation should I pay you? After all, the human Damien has already given everything to you. More of your sweet talk. Then use the demon Damien as payment." "That won't work, miss. Everything belonging to demon Damien is in someone else's hands." At these words, Aianna freezes. She seems to have obtained extremely important intelligence. All sorts of negative emotions instantly flood her heart. She grips the carriage curtain tightly. "You mean you're serving more than just me as your master?" Watching Aianna about to explode in anger, Damien wears a wicked smile. "Oh my dear miss, could you be jealous?" But the moment he finishes speaking, Aianna kicks him. The pain from her high heel makes human Damien struggle. "Miss, could you not kick so hard?" But another kick greets him. Aianna stands up and stares coldly at him. Perhaps truly jealous, she loses her usual rationality in that instant. She lifts the man's chin with one finger. Another foot stamps hard on the man's leg. Her tone is warning. "Speak. Who does your other half belong to?" Damien slowly takes the girl's hand. "I'm truly sorry, miss. I cannot tell you, because my mouth is sealed." Seeing this, Aianna snaps back to her senses. What's wrong with her? Why did she suddenly lose control? "However, miss, I can assure you, at least until the pact ends, you are my only master. So that means after the pact ends, you won't belong to me anymore?" Aianna hasn't even noticed. A black shadow fills the entire carriage. "That's right, my dear miss." Damien suddenly cups Elena's face with both hands. "Because when the pact ends, you will completely belong to me." His eyes have turned red, like a true demon. "I very much look forward to that day." The man's expression is like looking at prey. It startles Aianna. Seeing this, he quickly releases her. He opens the curtain to let sunlight in. Yet hearing his answer, Aianna doesn't even realize she feels a strange sense of reassurance. Soon they arrive at the trade plaza. Elena's purpose here is to find a shop. The trade plaza is still quite deserted now. According to her past life memories, the first coffee shop will open here. Right now, it's still just a gem shop. The two walk in. Business is very poor. Seeing Elena's noble attire, the owner instantly brightens up. The girl pretends to browse necklaces. "Wrap this one up for me first." "Shopkeeper, why is your store so empty?" The other person stammers, seemingly hiding something. Aianna knows their current difficulties are caused by the second prince's foolishness after taking the throne. She deliberately probes the owner. "I heard taxes have really increased a lot." The owner seems struck by these words. "Yes, miss, you don't know. The royal family is bleeding us dry now. It was better when the previous emperor was alive." His fist clenches tightly. Suddenly realizing Aianna is a noble, he quickly apologizes. "Miss, please forgive my rudeness just now." Little does he know Aianna doesn't care about any of this. She's already obtained the intelligence she wanted. She decides to buy more. The owner is moved to tears. "It's been so long since I had a big customer. Tonight I can finally have an extra meal." Then Aianna asks the owner to hand her the bloodstone necklace. She turns with a wicked smile. "Damien, come kneel. I'll put it around your neck." Damien freezes. "Miss, is this a gift for me?" He trots over with a smile. "Haha, my loyalty is finally being rewarded." But Elena's lips suddenly curl up. "This is not a gift. Don't you know cats and dogs also wear collars? This is just the master asserting ownership over her pet." But unexpectedly, Damien isn't angry at all. Instead, he kneels directly. "So that's how it is. Then I'm truly honored." Aianna feels like she's punching cotton. Can't this guy tell she's humiliating him? But suddenly her gaze freezes. Why is there a scar on Damien's upper back? The girl who knows Damien so well realizes that spot never had a scar. She vaguely suspects something. After putting the necklace on Damien, the shopkeeper cooperatively showers them with compliments. Aianna is still thinking about the scar, but unexpectedly, the demon's dark aura slowly emerges. "Thank you so much, miss. You even specially chose a gem that matches my eye color." Then they prepare to continue their stroll. Soon, evening arrives. Only the first shop's location is most suitable for a cafe. I believe if you step forward, that owner will be willing to sell the shop to you. Aianna secretly breathes a sigh of relief. Fortunately, the current economic situation is no different from her previous life. This way, the cafe will definitely become a huge success. Suddenly, two women nearby catch her attention. They seem to have a natural longing for noble dresses. But as commoners, how could they afford them? Bread is what concerns them every day. And all of this is because of the second prince's foolishness. To secure the throne, he ruthlessly drained the blood of commoners and merchants, and it grew more outrageous day by day, so much so that when disaster struck years later, the empire descended into utter chaos. Damien keeps staring at the dress on the wall. Miss, this dress would suit you perfectly. I don't like this kind of thing. It really does suit you. Damien seems obsessed with that dress. Why does this guy keep wanting her to buy that dress? Does he want to see her wear it? She can't help but let her mind wander. But unexpectedly, Damien tells her, Miss, trust my instinct. Wearing that dress will make it easier for you to capture men's hearts. Aianna's face darkens immediately. I knew this guy had ulterior motives. Suddenly, three small beggars approach. They stand timidly before Aianna. Then they hand Aianna a wildflower. This is their way of begging. Aianna takes out her coin purse and gives them a silver coin. She puts on a sunny smile and accepts the beggar child's flower. After they leave, Damien is incredulous. Miss, you actually showed kindness? She scoffs. Kindness? I'm just being hypocritical. She casually tosses the flower away. I don't do sentimental things like that. Of course, that's the miss I know. But miss, please still consider my suggestion. That dress really does suit you. Aianna can barely stand him. I told you, I'm not buying it and I'm not wearing it. Don't you understand? After turning the street corner, Aianna's pupils dilate instantly. Sebas stands right there before her. The boy's face instantly turns bright red. He even starts to stammer. Aianna immediately switches into performance mode, but internally wonders if this is just a simple coincidence, or is it a scheme by House Rosenberg? The boy excitedly jogs toward Aianna. It's been a while, Miss Aianna. Aianna is amused by his awkwardness. Yes, it has, Lord Sebas. The two chat casually. At this moment, Sebas and his guards stand like statues. After brief communication, Aianna confirms it's just a simple coincidence. She recalls when he saved her last time. You seem to have recovered well. Are you feeling better, Lord Sebas? The boy can't hide his smile. Much better now. He's so happy. He thinks Aianna is concerned about him. He tells Aianna that he grew taller during his recovery, which is why he came out today to buy new clothes. Aianna raises her hand to compare. You've indeed grown taller. You look even more impressive now. Aianna tilts her head with a charming smile. She instantly captivates Sebas. His heartbeat involuntarily quickens. He feels he must seize this opportunity. Blushing, he invites Aianna to go see a movie with him tonight. He's so scared he doesn't dare open his eyes, as if terrified Aianna will refuse. Seeing Aianna hasn't responded, he timidly opens his eyes, somewhat at a loss. I'm sorry, Miss Aianna. I was presumptuous. Seeing this, Aianna knows the time is right. She suddenly gives a bright smile. What movie is it, Lord Sebas? Sebas stammers shyly. It's a romance. Oh, what a coincidence. I especially love romances too. I'd be so happy to go with you. Sebas can't believe his ears. Success. Miss Aianna didn't refuse me, but what he doesn't realize is that he looks like a pet dog in Aianna's eyes. Then Sebas confesses to Aianna. I've been waiting for you to invite me, but you never did, so I thought you hated me. Only then does Aianna remember that when he was injured, she had promised to invite him. She completely forgot. Then she quickly reaches out and gently grasps Sebas's sleeve. She holds the sleeve as if she's shy. How could I possibly hate you? It's just that you were injured because of me. I was restraining myself, waiting for you to fully recover. Otherwise, if I invited you before your injury healed, I was afraid you'd be upset. Aianna holds her skirt with one hand and his sleeve with the other. Sebas can't resist these tactics at all. He falls for it instantly. He even thinks Aianna didn't invite him because she was concerned about his health. He gently holds Aianna's small hand with a look of deep affection. Miss Aianna, you don't need to blame yourself for my injury. Just being able to protect you makes me feel happy. Aianna is somewhat stunned. This time she's genuinely blushing. This guy is truly lovesick. Then she releases Sebas's hand. She says she needs to put her purchases in the carriage first. Let's meet at the cinema entrance later. She plans to dress up. Sebas happily waves and also plans to buy a gift for Aianna. And just as he turns, Damien suddenly gives a cold glance with a look of disdain. Sebas is baffled. What's with that knight's expression? He feels an ominous premonition. Inside the carriage, Aianna suddenly feels a bit regretful. She should have dressed prettier when going out. She keeps searching through her jewelry. This is a rare opportunity. She must completely captivate Sebas. Miss, you don't need to be so worked up. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Even if you wore a trash bag, he'd still like you. But Aianna still thinks it's not enough. She must present her most beautiful side. In that case, miss, why don't you just go buy that dress? Trust me, it will definitely captivate Sebas. Aianna seriously considers it. Although she's still reluctant, this is the only option. Many people have already gathered at the cinema entrance. Sebas has prepared flowers. He's as nervous as if it's his first date. Good thing there's enough time, or the flower shop would have closed. He's very much looking forward to the next few hours. But unfortunately, as night falls, staff members light the street lamps. Only Sebas remains at the cinema entrance. He begins to feel dejected. He's worried. He's afraid Aianna will stand him up. The movie starts in 2 minutes. He nervously fidgets in place. His emotions are in turmoil right now. He forces himself to be encouraging. Miss Aianna promised me she'll definitely come. He clutches the flowers tightly. Does Miss Aianna really hate me? His mood sinks again. What do I do? This hurts so much. Suddenly, the sound of a carriage dispels his wild thoughts. Sebas's anxious heart finally settles. Aianna hurriedly jumps from the carriage and apologizes to the boy. I'm sorry, Sebas. I changed outfits, so I'm late. Please don't be angry, okay? An innocent, sunny, and pure smile, though it's fake. But Sebas is utterly mesmerized. He stares at the girl in a daze. You're so beautiful, miss. His heart pounds wildly. Suddenly, he seems to snap to his senses. No, I mean, you're always beautiful. And I'm not angry. Actually, I just arrived too. He's so excited he doesn't know what to do with his hands. Watching Sebas's extremely shy expression, Aianna gently lifts her skirt. Thank you for understanding. I just wanted to honor this chance encounter of ours. Sure enough, at these words, Sebas's heart explodes. Miss actually said she's on a date with me. She even changed into a formal dress for me. Oh my god, I'm in love. But what he doesn't realize is that Aianna did this deliberately. This tactic works on him perfectly. She actually changed clothes long ago and deliberately timed her arrival. The strategy is to first disappoint, then give hope. Even Damien can't help but comment. Miss, you're truly a master manipulator. The boy hands Aianna the flowers he prepared. I specially bought these. You like purple, right? Purple flowers? You're as thoughtful as ever. Yes. Every time I think of walking with you in the garden, it makes me very happy. Aianna puts on a professional fake smile. Happy? Thank you for the flowers. I absolutely love them. She cooperatively takes Sebas's hand. The movie begins. It's a melodramatic romance. A princess falls in love with her enemy's son. The enemy's son abandons everything in his family to be with the princess. Aianna finds it extremely boring. Pretending is exhausting, and she has to constantly manage her expressions. She slightly turns her head toward the boy, but unexpectedly, Sebas turns his head at the same moment. He becomes even more nervous. Miss Aianna is looking at me! The two awkwardly laugh it off. What's the difference between the enemy lover's story in the theater and her situation with Sebas? Abandoning everything to be together? You'd never dream we're enemies. What will your reaction be when you find out one day? Will you despair? Will you be heartbroken? Will you seek revenge on me? I'm so looking forward to it. Soon the movie finally ends. Aianna cooperatively applauds. Miss, did you enjoy the movie? The two slowly walk out of the cinema. Very moving. A truly thought-provoking film. As she speaks, Aianna deliberately links arms with Sebas. Her smile looks as if she's truly in love. Actually, Lord Sebas, I really long for that kind of passionate love. Sebas is completely captivated. He looks at Aianna tenderly, his heart racing as if he'd won the lottery. As they part, Sebas is reluctant. Miss, can we meet again? Of course. I'll send you an invitation. Please be sure to come. This is what Sebas was waiting to hear. Don't worry, miss. I'll definitely come. His infatuation with Aianna has reached its peak. Even after the carriage drives several meters away, he still stares blankly at Aianna's departing silhouette. Inside the carriage, Damien teases. It seems Miss enjoyed being with Sebas. Happy? Not even close. That was utterly boring. But my acting was decent, right? At least Sebas is completely captivated by me. She recalls Sebas's innocent appearance and even considers whether to spare Sebas when dealing with House Rosenberg. But this thought has barely existed for 2 seconds. When she realizes something's wrong, why am I softening? What am I thinking? For over a decade, I've endured humiliation and lived solely because of my obsession with revenge against House Rosenberg. Although Damien is smiling, his face darkens. It seems you want to spare Sebas. He poses a deadly question. Miss, do you love him? Aianna's emotions suddenly surge. How could I possibly love him? It's just that in this life, Sebas knows nothing of House Rosenberg's schemes. At least for now, he's innocent. Aianna's thoughts are confused. I just think he shouldn't be held responsible for things that will happen in the future. Her hands grip the sofa tightly. She doesn't know why she's inexplicably softening. Sparing an innocent boy should be fine, right? But unexpectedly, Damien's lips curl up. The demon's aura slowly emerges. Aianna is startled. You say he's innocent? You actually say he's innocent? My dear miss, do you even understand? I made a pact with you because I wanted to see your extraordinary story. Damien's eyes are ice cold. If you continue like this, you'll meet the same ending as your previous life, just slightly faster. Sebas is indeed infatuated with you, but if you eliminate the Rosenberg family, will he still love you the same way? If you don't eliminate the roots completely, even leaving just one person you call innocent, what will the consequences be? I believe you understand this better than I do. Miss, aren't you living proof yourself, Miss Aianna? The sole survivor of House Haver. What did you ultimately do? At that time, Sebas will probably immediately become a demon obsessed with revenge, just like she once was. How could she have such a foolish thought? Aianna suddenly snaps to her senses. Whether it's because she sees her brother's shadow in Sebas, or guilt for manipulating a boy willing to risk his life to save her, none of this mattered from the beginning. Because the Rosenbergs drew their swords first, she will never forgive them. And there's no story where both Sebas and she can be happy. The faint fragrance of the flowers on the floor drifts into her nostrils. She coldly sniffs. Very fragrant. Truly fragrant. So Damien, burn it for me. Yes? Miss, you made the right choice. Demonic flames slowly appear. Aianna gently extends her hand. She picks up a small flower and holds it. Damien, you said you hate love stories. Then I'll toy with Sebas' feelings, make him desperate, make him break with Anton Rosenberg and become enemies. Make him see Anton Rosenberg as an obstacle to our love. Make him become the head of the house and marry me. What do you think of this, Dory? That's truly fascinating. I feel like you're more demonic than me, a demon. But I absolutely love it. The burned flower lies quietly as ash in her palm. Aianna seems to have made some kind of resolution. She crushes it forcefully. Sebas, this is our destiny. Watching Aianna, Damien thinks the girl will probably soften again the next time she sees Sebas's innocent and gentle demeanor. After all, that's just who you are. Miss, if it really comes to that, even if it means breaking our agreement, I'll act for you. Soon they return home. Elena's first priority is to tell her father, since she's already invited. Sebas, she must strike while the iron is hot and show her sincerity. Just as she arrives at her father's office ready to knock, Aianna suddenly stops. She hears arguing inside. It seems to be her father and brother, but she's in no mood to eavesdrop now. Knock, knock, knock. She knocks on the door. Her father's angry expression has vanished. He's very gentle with his daughter. Aianna states her purpose. She wants to invite Sebas to their home because he saved her from the wolf pack. First to express gratitude, and second to gather intelligence about the assassins from the day she went horseback riding with Marcus. But unexpectedly, her brother suddenly frowns. Aianna is confused. From her brother's expression, was there argument about her? Even her father's expression changes. Sharp as she is, she suddenly senses something wrong. Father, have you found out about the assassins before the wolf pack that day? The man still doesn't want the girl to know. He doesn't want his daughter involved in these schemes. But Leon isn't happy. He even talks back to their father. As the person involved, she has the right to know. The man turns and gives his son a cold glance. Shut up! Just as he's about to say something, Aianna interrupts them. Father, please tell me. Since this concerns me, I have the right to know the truth. Seeing Aianna's serious expression, the man quietly thinks for 2 seconds. He finally compromises. Let your brother tell you. Her father's departing footsteps seem heavy. Leon gestures for Aianna to sit. It seems the situation is quite complicated. Father probably finds it hard to speak. I hope you won't be upset after hearing this. Aianna has a very bad premonition, but being upset is impossible. What storms hasn't she weathered? It turns out that during the last Wolfpack attack, the black-clothed men who seriously injured Sebas were captured, and they confessed everything. They confessed that our family, and you ordered them to assassinate Marcus. Obviously something's wrong. Just because of some assassin's confessions, who knows if they're real or fake, Marcus's family believes I wanted to assassinate him. And I almost died in that crisis too. Marcus's father can't be that stupid, can he? Seeing Leon's difficulty in speaking, she thinks there must be more ugly scandals. Please tell me everything. Don't worry, I can handle it. Leon is afraid his sister will be traumatized, but he feels she must know the truth. His voice trembles slightly. According to those assassins' confessions, their original purpose was to take Marcus's life, and the reason is quite absurd. They said Miss Aianna is improper, that despite having Marcus as a fiancé, you had an affair with another man and even got pregnant. Aianna gives a cold glance. Another cheap framing tactic. But even if I were pregnant, what does that have to do with assassins? Leon is somewhat surprised. His sister isn't as flustered as he imagined. They say the reason you wanted to kill Marcus was to hide the pregnancy. They also say you planned that after Marcus died, you'd use the child's name to enter House Weber and eventually inherit the Marquis' title, and Marcus's family believes this nonsense. They even sent an official letter demanding father give an explanation. After hearing the whole story, Aianna actually doesn't think it's that serious. If they had evidence, it wouldn't be as simple as sending a letter. There are many issues to resolve. First is the pregnancy claim. That's pure nonsense. A doctor's examination would prove it. But I estimate things aren't that simple. You're right. Those assassins also said you miscarried on the day of the attack. House Weber is truly outrageous. They're targeting you too, obviously. Aianna calmly waves her hand. House Weber is just a front. If we go to war with them, we'll be playing into the real enemy's hands. The real enemy? Who do you mean? There are only 2 scenarios. First, House Weber orchestrated this themselves. Why, I don't know yet. The second possibility is that they're also being manipulated. Someone behind the scenes desperately wants us to go to war with House Weber so they can benefit while we're distracted. I believe the masterminds. are most likely House Rosenberg or those colluding with them. Leon is stunned. When did his sister become so composed? He was so blinded by anger he didn't even think of this. The assassins are probably imprisoned in Weber territory now. I bet they won't let me interrogate them. But father will meet with Marcus's father in a few days to discuss this. I wonder how much information he'll get when he learns Aianna wants to participate. Leon is alarmed. No! They'll definitely say much worse things then. In such a critical moment, you remain so composed. I'm truly proud of you, but I cannot stand by and watch you be hurt by these baseless accusations. I'll go in your place. Aianna knows she definitely can't participate. Then let me see the letter House Weber sent. That should be okay, right? Leon agrees to Aianna's request. I'll get it from father right away. He gently kisses Aianna's forehead. Thank you for understanding. Leave the rest to father and me. Aianna feels suffocated, as if she has strength but can't throw a punch. After leaving her father's office, Aianna's mind races. I thought it would be simple, but things are more complicated than imagined. The young maid trembles behind her. Miss, your new dress is beautiful. Do you like it? Fine, it's yours then. The young maid is startled. She wouldn't dare wear something so expensive. Don't worry, wear it. I really don't like it. This dress is too ugly. Just moments ago, she was wearing this outfit fantasizing about a peaceful future with Sebas. I really don't know who orchestrated this frame-up, but I should thank them for making those weak emotions disappear completely. After a while, the maid brings the letter House Weber sent. Seeing she hasn't left, Aianna turns her head calmly, only to find the maid stammering fearfully. She hands over another letter. Miss, this is a separate letter from young Master Marcus. Please forgive me, miss. I know the eldest miss said not to accept anything from young Master Marcus, but the messenger said this was important to you, so I accepted it. Aianna isn't angry at the maid. She just has an ominous feeling, like a conspiracy. She takes the letter and dismisses the young maid. The letter reads, Esteemed Miss Aianna, I deeply regret writing to you about this unpleasant matter. Marcus states that his family has grasped the truth of the last attack. Including his father, they all believe the mastermind is Aianna, but he's certain Miss Aianna would never do such a thing. I've tried to persuade father, but unfortunately the evidence is insufficient. More importantly, the current situation could easily trigger war between our two families. The only way to perfectly resolve this is for us, the two parties involved, to meet. I'd like to invite you to my home to discuss the specific solution. Aianna looks at the letter disdainfully. Marcus, what a phony you are. Trying to trick me into his territory to harm me? Impossible. That would directly lead to war between the families. It doesn't serve House Weber's interests. But I should thank you for this letter. It gives me a way to get involved in this matter. The next day at House Weber, a subordinate tells the greasy man, Miss Aianna has arrived. Marcus's eyes can't hide his excitement. The rabbit has finally walked into the trap. In his imagination, Aianna would definitely be panicked and even crying upon hearing rumors of losing her virtue. And I just need to comfort her with sweet words at this moment, and she'll fall in love with me. The door opens. Aianna and Damien slowly walk in. Marcus is as disgusting as ever. Oh my god, my little rabbit, you've finally come. But when he sees Aianna clearly, his pupils involuntarily dilate. Although Aianna displays proper noble etiquette, her clothing is clearly funeral attire. Marcus's not-so-bright brain freezes. What's going on? This isn't what I imagined. This is of course part of Aianna's plan. Fight disgusting people with disgusting methods. After showing a professional, fake smile, Aianna's expression instantly turns cold. Are you planning to discuss matters at the entrance, young Master Marcus? The man finally reacts. He hurriedly invites them in. Marcus has inexplicable confidence, as if Aianna is already in his grasp. In the parlor, Marcus pretends to be gentlemanly and pulls out a chair for Aianna. But unexpectedly, Aianna ignores him completely and sits directly across from him. He can only vent his anger on the maid. Are you an idiot? What are you standing there for? Serve tea! Outside the door, Damien's demonic aura slowly flows out as he quietly listens to their conversation. Marcus rambles on with Aianna. Unfortunately, Aianna gets straight to the point. What's this solution you mentioned? Surely with your intelligence you can see this absurd frame-up for what it is. The man doesn't understand. Shouldn't you be panicked? Why are you so calm? Of course I know and believe this is a frame-up, though the assassin's words can't be entirely dismissed. And to prove your innocence, isn't there a perfect solution right now? He reaches out his filthy hands and puts his arm around Aianna's shoulders. If you marry me, I'll be the one to prove it. Then wouldn't that prove the assassins were lying? Marcus's face is utterly shameless. Outside the door, Damien can't help but grip his sword hilt tightly. His killing intent permeates the air. Really, I should have killed Marcus the moment I was reborn. Aianna glares at him coldly. You're as disgusting as ever, perhaps frightened by Aianna's gaze. Marcus involuntarily steps back twice. He pretends to be indifferent. Why won't you listen to reason, woman? Do you really want our two families to go to war? Miss Aianna, can you take responsibility for the consequences? Aianna doesn't speak. What a cheap threat. But it's within my expectations. She already has a plan. She'll handle this herself. Her father can't properly resolve this matter. She tells Marcus, you said in your letter you believe me, right? Then please hand the assassins over to me. I can definitely make them tell the truth. But unexpectedly, Marcus immediately immediately loses his composure after hearing this, as if afraid of something. The assassins absolutely cannot be handed over to your family. Aianna sees no need to continue. This idiot doesn't even know he's being used. She slowly stands and removes her glove. I don't want war, and I don't want to marry a disgusting person. So there's one more option. She throws the glove on the ground. Listen well. I, Aianna of House Haver, formally challenge Marcus of House Weber to a trial by combat. I believe God will ultimately choose the righteous side. Outside the door, Damien is shocked. Miss, what are you saying? And Marcus panics. Wait, are you crazy? I was just trying to scare you. Elena's face is full of disdain. If I win, we'll pretend this farce never happened, and you must hand the assassins over to House Haver. Marcus is extremely flustered. He doesn't have the authority to decide on trial by combat. Aianna knows this too. Her goal is to force Marcus's father out. Also, if I win, please stop harassing me from now on, even if we meet in public. Don't speak to me, because you're truly, truly greasy and disgusting. However, if I lose, I'll follow your method. I'll marry you without complaint. Seeing this, Marcus instantly gets excited. Are you serious? Of course. The duel is in 1 week. What's wrong? Are you afraid? No. Marcus actually agrees. Fighting for love is a victory prize. I find that so romantic. But Miss Aianna, with your slender arms and legs, can you beat me? She swats away the man's disgusting paws. Fighting you would be an insult to me, don't you know? So this duel will be fought by a champion. Let's go, Damien. Marcus shamelessly still wants to have dinner with Aianna. Of course, he's only refused. Behind where the girl can't see, Damien's face is very dark. His eyes are filled with worry, even a trace of fear. Inside the carriage on the way back, Damien questions somewhat unhappily. Why didn't you mention the duel? You're being silly. Why should I tell you? If you lose, can you bear the consequences? This move is very dangerous. Aianna looks unconcerned. How could it be dangerous? With you as my champion, Damien. You want me to fight? If I deliberately lose, you'll have to marry that disgusting person. Are you prepared for that, miss? Damien's hand secretly clenches. But unexpectedly, Aianna has a mischievous smile. You're the one who should be mentally prepared. If I marry Marcus, will the story that unfolds still be what you want to see? So no matter what, you definitely won't lose, right, Damien? The man is stunned for 2 seconds. Suddenly he laughs. Really, miss? You've calculated me into your plans too. Just now I was influenced by emotion and didn't immediately think of this. But miss, do you really believe I can win? Of course I believe it. I believe it completely. I believe in the human Damien who's willing to sacrifice for me. And I believe in the demon Damien who wants to see an interesting story. So Damien, I truly believe in you. I believe you'll win even if it means being shattered to pieces. Indeed. In every way, I'm the person who most wants to prevent you from marrying Marcus. He gently extends his hand toward Aianna. So, miss? Do I have the honor of kissing your hand? Of course. If you win, this will be your reward. Yes, miss. I will bring back this honor. Time quickly comes to 1 week later. Serena feels something is very wrong. What's wrong with everyone? It seems like since my sister came back, the atmosphere has been off. Everyone seems so heavy. She has an ominous premonition. Her sister, kept in the dark, knows nothing. In the conference room, everyone finally waits for Elena's arrival. Everyone's faces are terrible. Father and brother are obviously still angry, though this is within Elena's expectations. On the day she returned home from House Weber, her father gave her a severe scolding. But now that things have reached this point, backing out is impossible. Like an arrow from the bow, there's no turning back. Miss, don't worry, I won't disappoint you. And just as Damien begins to speak, Leon starts roaring. The more he thinks about it, the angrier he gets. With so many skilled knights in the family, his sister insists on choosing Damien. Do you know what today means? If you lose, I'll take your head off myself. Even so, Damien shows no sign of anger. Don't worry, Brandon. I trust the knight I've chosen. Brandon still can't believe it. He prepares for the worst. If you lose, are you really going to marry that hypocrite Marcus? That's the agreement. Once the temple gets involved, we can't back out. Otherwise, if our family breaks the trial by combat agreement, we'll be shunned by all the nobility. Her father, who has been silent all along, interrupts her. Aianna, tell me, why do you always insist on bearing everything alone? Seeing the helplessness in her father's aging face, how could Aianna tell him? She has always been this way. Always. But then her father suddenly stands up. Even if you lose, I won't let you marry Marcus. Even if the family falls because of it, I will not sell my daughter. Leon and Brandon's faces show the same determination. Even if it means going to war with their family, we can't push you into a pit of fire. Seeing this, Damien shows a satisfied smile. With them protecting Miss Aianna, I can truly rest easy. Aianna stares at them in a daze. In their eyes, she has always been someone to protect. Aianna can't help but feel tears welling up. Her heart gradually settles. Thank you all. Having you here is so wonderful, but please trust my judgment, everyone. I never fight a battle I'm not confident I can win. Soon, they arrive at the temple. The staff has already prepared the arena. Marcus looks completely confident, as if he has already won this duel. So, Damien, are you nervous? Of course I am, miss. Just thinking about kissing your hand soon makes me incredibly nervous. Aianna notices her palms are slightly sweating. Don't worry, miss. No matter what happens, I will definitely make sure you leave here with a smile. Definitely. Aianna quietly watches him. This man is still such a smooth talker. She deliberately walks in front of Damien, not wanting him to catch even a hint of her anxious expression. She orders him sternly, "You must come back alive. Don't get seriously injured. Do you hear me?" As you command, miss. You lost in the past life. In this life, no matter the cost, I will make sure you win. Of course, Damien doesn't tell the girl these last two thoughts. The duel is about to begin. The priest orders both families to send their fighters forward. Damien puts on the same blue cloak from his past life. Behind Marcus, a giant slowly appears. The Haver side never expected them to be so shameless. They somehow managed to bring in this thing. With the Weber Marquise house's power, they shouldn't be able to hire a gladiator of this caliber. Aianna becomes even more certain that House Rosenberg is behind all this, perhaps sensing the girl's worry. Damien turns back with a smile, as if telling Aianna not to worry. Your knight is unmatched. While choosing weapons, the opponent keeps taunting Damien, even filling his words with insults toward Aianna. Damien says nothing. His pupils instantly turn red. He thinks to himself, I'll send you to meet God shortly. Stepping out of the ring means defeat. Dying in the arena also means defeat. As the priest gives the signal, Damien instantly prepares for battle. The giant swings his axe downward. The force is tremendous, just blocking this strike. Damien in his human form already finds it difficult. His body retreats backward uncontrollably, but fortunately, his speed is incredibly fast. With a light leap, he reaches his opponent's side. But the giant's reaction is also extremely quick. In human form, Damien is clearly outmatched in a one-on-one fight. He doesn't want to use his demonic powers here. If the Duke notices something, he'll most likely be unable to stay by Aianna's side. But if he uses his power without being detected, it will cost him a large portion of his already limited lifespan. While he's still thinking, his opponent has already attacked. Damien gets kicked and sent flying. Facing such immense force, he immediately feels unbearable pain. Marcus is wildly excited. Kill him quickly! Aianna will be mine! The Haver family's hearts jump to their throats. Damien painfully kneels on the ground. The giant shouts, Boy, if you don't surrender now, I'll separate your head from your body. But in the next second, Damien's pupils instantly turn red. A terrifying aura fills the entire arena. The giant suddenly feels a chill down his spine. Damien has somehow gotten behind him, and with one sword strike, takes away his ability to fight. But Damien doesn't stop there. He has no intention of sparing him. Even the opponent's surrender won't work. I was planning to spare your life, but you dared to use your disgusting mouth to insult my master, the noblest person in this world. I absolutely cannot forgive you. God may forgive you. My task is simply to send you to meet God. Marcus is terrified out of his wits. They haven't detected Damien's demonic identity. He traded his lifespan for this one disguise, locking eyes with Marcus. You better remember this. If you dare insult my master, this is the price you'll pay. Marcus is scared witless. He will surely never dare provoke Aianna again. Aianna's heart races wildly. Nervousness, gratitude, fear, and joy all flood her body at once. Even the priest is stunned. This young man is terrifying. Damien returns to his mischievous smile. As expected, God has chosen the side of justice. Aianna then demands that Marcus's family fulfill their promise. Marcus's father grits his teeth. He promises not to pursue the assassination matter further, then says nothing more. Lord Marquise, have you forgotten? There are also those assassins. According to our agreement, you must hand them over to House Haver, but unexpectedly he starts to renege. However, since they're in the temple, he can only express his wish to speak privately with Duke Haver. Aianna keenly senses something unusual. She hurries after her father, insisting she also wants to participate in the conversation with the Marquis. I know you've always wanted to protect me, but can you protect me forever? People have to learn to grow up, don't they? The man quietly looks at his daughter. This time, he doesn't refuse. Aianna, you've really changed so much. Perhaps sometimes I've really been wrong. Inside the temple, the Marquis's face looks terrible. Family matters aren't for a little girl to participate in. His words are filled with disdain for Aianna. But this time, the Duke changes his usual attitude. My daughter is directly involved. She has the right to know the truth. Aianna feels extremely moved inside. Even having lived 2 lives, this is the first time she's received her father's acknowledgement. This seemingly small recognition gives Aianna infinite strength and endless confidence in the future. The Marquis gets straight to the point. I cannot hand over the assassins to you. He's even willing to pay an enormous penalty for it. Duke Haver feels something is wrong. The trial by combat penalty equals 2 years of the Weber family's income. What exactly is he trying to hide? Lord Marquis, can't you see that someone is trying to drive a wedge between us? Because at this moment, Aianna is 100% certain those assassins are absolutely not in the Weber family's hands. Sure enough, under Aianna's pressure and persuasion, the Marquis admits this fact. I just can't hand them over anyway. I won't tell you where they are. Can't you just accept the penalty money? He grows more and more agitated. Aianna quietly watches him lose control. He really doesn't see the situation clearly. It seems Lord Marquis doesn't want to take responsibility. In that case, we'll let the temple handle it. I will claim that House Weber deliberately spread rumors to insult us. Not only that, House Weber can't even accept losing a trial by combat. Then the temple will submit a noble tribunal petition to the royal court. I believe they will handle this matter fairly and justly. The man stares at his daughter in a daze. Aianna's tactics make him feel exceptionally unfamiliar. She wields both gentle persuasion and threats perfectly, without losing her judgment and decisiveness, plus the insight to see right through what the other party fears. I always thought she was my naive little daughter. When did you become like this? When Marquis As Weber hears the girl's words, his panic becomes visibly apparent. He had already lost the initiative in this negotiation. He had wanted to manipulate the Havers and settle things with money. It seems this Aianna isn't so easy to deal with. His composure is crumbling. That Lord had promised him that if he accomplished this, but alas, to the victor go the spoils. He confesses that he received a letter from House Mason. As for the so-called rumors, they told him everything, and House Weber knows nothing about the assassins. Duke Haver looks utterly incredulous. The name House Mason seems to shock him considerably. Back then, his daughter had warned him, yet he had still been thinking of marrying Serena off to them. Elena's face darkens terribly. The mastermind is Anton Rosenberg. House Mason's involvement is merely to serve as a shield. If she hadn't been reborn, she would never have been able to fight against Anton. You ancient schemer, just wait. One day I'll make you know what true despair feels like. That evening at the Duke's estate, after learning the truth, Serena cries uncontrollably. She feels like a fool who's been kept in the dark, but more than that, her heart aches. Her sister has experienced so many terrible things. She keeps apologizing to Aianna. I'm sorry. I failed to protect you. It's already late at night. Aianna is still thinking about the next steps. How should they deal with House Mason? And there's Sebas. She promised to invite him over. He's a very important tool. Suddenly, Damien slowly appears. But Aianna has no mood to chat with him right now. You don't need to watch over me. I'll come find you after I've made my plans. But Damien doesn't leave. Instead, he wears an innocent smile. Miss, have you forgotten the promise you made to me? For this reward, I paid no small price. I've been waiting for the reward you promised. Aianna suddenly remembers what she said in the carriage. If Damien wins the duel, she'll reward him by letting him kiss her hand. She thought he was joking. She didn't expect him to take it seriously. She inexplicably feels somewhat nervous. The instinct deep in her heart isn't something she can control. Even her fingers holding the candle are slightly tightening. Damien is slowly approaching. Aianna can't help but change the subject. She talks on her own about what happened in the temple. She doesn't even notice her palms are sweating. But in the next second, Damien slowly kneels on one knee before her. He extends his hand toward Aianna. Can these things wait? There's something more important now. There's no teasing or mischief in his eyes. Dear Miss Aianna, may I kiss your hand? The kind of honor a master bestows upon a knight, as if this kiss is extremely important to Damien. Aianna instinctively extends her hand toward him. Damien firmly grasps her hand. She feels a chill. His hand is so cold. But suddenly, she notices something's wrong. What are you doing? If you're going to kiss it, do it already. Stop dawdling. A trace of hesitation flashes in Damien's eyes. I'm sorry, miss. I might be nervous. If I had lost today, it would be Marcus kissing your hand. All sorts of strange emotions appear in both their minds. What's going on? Isn't a hand kiss a very common gesture? Why does this guy look so anxious and uncertain? Time seems to stand still. And that blush beneath his eyes. Is this really Damien? Aianna suddenly freezes inside. This expression stirs up many memories from her past life. She feels like she's grasped something, yet she can't seem to grasp anything at all. This feeling is unbearable. She yanks her hand away and turns her head. In the instant she doesn't see, a trace of disappointment appears on Damien's face, but it vanishes in a flash. He returns to his mischievous smile. Miss, you look quite cute when you're shy. Aianna still keeps her head turned, ignoring him. Get out, get out, get out. As you wish, miss, I hope you have sweet dreams. In an instant, Damien transforms into shadow mist and disappears. But the moment he leaves, Aianna can't help but clench her hands. What's wrong with me? Her heart won't stop racing. Her cheeks are flushed. Even her scalp is tingling and sweating, just like how Sebas looks when he sees her. The next day in the garden, Serena accompanies Aianna as always. She wants to comfort her in her own way. Really, it's not necessary. Do I look like I've been traumatized? After the trial by combat, Serena has learned some things. She finds the current situation confusing. House Rosenberg is behind everything. Yet Sebas Rosenberg likes you. Aianna is taken aback. Did father tell her about Sebas liking me too? Of course not. Serena guessed it herself. Because she knows about the Wolfpack incident. Would he risk his life to save you from the wolves if he didn't like you? Risk his life to save her? Aianna thinks of Damien. He's done that countless times too, but who would have thought? He's a demon. So, Sebas could also be a tool House Rosenberg is using against her. Aianna also feels confused. She thinks of Damien again. Could that expression really be acted? That scene stirs her heart, unable to settle for a long time. Even though she knows she's likely deceiving herself, she forcefully shakes off these messy thoughts. There are more important matters at hand. I'm planning to invite Sebas over today. The current situation is still difficult. After the duel, father will definitely protest or bring judgment against House Mason. If we do nothing, House Haver will become a laughingstock. But if House Mason refuses to admit anything, we'll very likely go to war with them. Serena jolts in shock. Wouldn't that play right into House Rosenberg's hands? So we must quickly find a way to break this deadlock. I'm planning to give Sebas a chance this time, to test whether his feelings for me are genuine, and see if he truly knows nothing about Anton Rosenberg's schemes. The current situation frustrates Aianna. That feeling of wanting to catch the enemy's tail but never quite managing to, just like when she faced Sebas in her past life. Watching Aianna lost in thought, Serena's cheeks actually turned slightly red. When did she become so cool? Seeing her confidence, Serena stops nagging. She only warns her not to fall for Sebas. After all, most men are unreliable. Aianna smiles brightly. Then, my dear sister, is Leon unreliable too? How did you turn this back on me? Serena seems quite embarrassed. Leon is different from others. He once said my forehead scar looks beautiful. He's truly gentle. I can clearly feel that gentleness isn't an act. He's really charming. Indeed, Leon is truly worthy of Serena's trust. Seeing the happiness radiating from her face, Aianna feels incredibly happy. That evening at the Rosenberg estate, Sebas is carefully preparing his clothes for visiting the Haverduke's estate. The maids are all frightened. Young Master Sebas is so intimidating today, extremely picky when choosing clothes. Early the next morning, Sebas arrives at Elena's home. He seems to be pondering something. His eyes lack their previous, youthful innocence. They're quite mature, until he sees Aianna. His cheeks uncontrollably turn red, and his heart races wildly. Welcome, Master Sebas. I've been waiting for you for so long. Aianna has already entered performance mode. Seeing this, Sebas strides quickly toward the girl. Aianna cooperatively takes small steps toward him. Anyone watching would think they're long-distance lovers finally meeting. The two exchange superficial compliments. Sebas seems especially tongue-tied right now. He can only keep saying how beautiful Aianna is. Aianna also praises him. You've become even more handsome. His physique is already the same as in the past life, but his words and actions are vastly different. The incongruity is truly jarring. She points at his clothes. You're wearing a purple brooch. It perfectly matches the outfit I specially prepared. Sebas freezes in place. He stammers, I wore it because I remembered you like purple flowers. Seeing this, Aianna clasps her hands behind her back and leans forward slightly. It seems Master Sebas and I truly are in sync. After a while, Aianna leads him to the carefully prepared garden, a purple garden she arranged long ago. This is my favorite place to visit. Finally, I have the chance to be here alone with you, because every time I come here, I think of strolling with you at the Rosenberg estate. The boy's blush never fades from being charmed like this. His heart is filled with nervousness and joy. A maid pours tea for both of them. The two converse pleasantly in the garden like this. Time passes for 2 full hours. Sebas is overjoyed. He truly wishes time could stop at this moment forever. Aianna feels the timing is about right. Let the show begin. She pretends to tremble as she sets the teacup down forcefully on the table. Sebas freezes. Miss, what's wrong? Are you tired? Aianna lowers her head with an apologetic expression. I'm sorry, Master Sebas. I couldn't control myself for a moment. How could I let you see me in such a state? Aianna's words sound especially self-reproachful, but Sebas instantly panics. He reaches out to grasp the girl's hand, his expression filled with concern. Miss, do you have some worry? Can you tell me? I want to be someone you can confide in. May I? His tone seems almost pleading. Aianna still appears as if she finds it difficult to speak. She meets the boy's gaze. The performance enters its second phase. Master Sebas, do you remember the wolf pack attack? Have your wounds healed? Sebas is somewhat confused. She's still concerned about him. He tells Aianna he has recovered, though the scars remain. Aianna then tells him about the Weber family capturing the assassins. Sebas looks bewildered. Clearly, he knows nothing about this. But he doesn't know that Aianna is observing his every expression. According to them, the assassination target was young Master Marcus. As she says this, Aianna finds the right moment to withdraw her held hand. She wraps her arms around herself, looking frightened and pitiful. Sebas immediately reacts. Don't tell me they're claiming House Haver is behind it? Seeing this, the girl appears especially agitated. Yes, they're clearly lying. How could I do such a thing? Sebas's gaze becomes very firm. I believe you, Miss Aianna. Besides, House Haver has no reason to do such a thing. Aianna has pretty much reached a conclusion. There's no flaw in Sebas's attitude, no hesitation or pretense. Instead, he appears ready to believe whatever Aianna says. Sebas turns his head slightly, looking somewhat dejected. Back then, you and Marcus were still engaged, weren't you? Aianna remains silent, only calculating internally. The performance enters its third phase. Her body trembles violently. She recounts all those disgusting words the Weber family used to slander her. Then she lowers her head and cries, tears sliding onto her dress. This is her strategy. Come on, Sebas. The woman you admire has been insulted like this. Let me see your reaction. But as soon as she finishes speaking, a terrifying and cold, murderous aura strikes. It's as if she's seeing the familiar Sebas from her past life. Marcus dares to wrong you like this? I will make him pay the price. Aianna strikes while the iron is hot. She tells him the Weber family is just a front. The real mastermind is House Mason. Sebas thinks for only 2 seconds. His gaze becomes extraordinarily mature. He looks at the girl seriously. Miss Aianna, can you entrust this matter to me? Sebas's attitude surprises Aianna. She pretends to hesitate as if about to refuse, but Sebas interrupts her. Miss, please. Entrust this to me. I truly cannot bear to see you dragged into these filthy matters. Don't think you'll be troubling me, because I truly want to help you. Seeing this, Aianna feels ecstatic inside, but her face still shows sadness. After all, this is the most advantageous development for her. Anton Rosenberg, you despicable old schemer. If your own son intervenes in this matter, House Haver can escape from the center of the conflict. And if your plan gets ruined by your own son, I really look forward to seeing your expression. Sebas then stands up. Miss, there's no time to waste. I must go now. Please rest assured. No matter the situation or reason, I will get justice for you. Watching Sebas extend his hand to her, Aianna actually feels a trace of guilt, even though she knows she shouldn't. But this isn't an emotion she can control, though it's only a trace. She cooperatively takes Sebas's hand. Sebas's cheeks turn red again, as if he has something to tell her. I actually had some words prepared to tell you today, but please wait a little longer, miss. It won't be long. He tells Aianna not to see him out. You've suffered such grievances. Please rest early. At this moment, they're like two people wearing masks, performing one act after another on stage. And that demon is the audience watching from a first-person perspective. Meanwhile, at the night training grounds, Damien seems to be in a foul mood, relentlessly sparring with the night captain. Every time a man visits Miss Aianna at the estate, this guy acts like he's been poisoned. It feels like he's taking it out on us. Fortunately, a voice suddenly comes from the side. They turn to look. Aianna has arrived. My dear miss, you've finally come. The night captain looks like he's found his savior. After walking away, Aianna tells Damien what just happened. She doesn't even realize that Damien is always her first choice for sharing news. Then she takes out a letter from Roxy. Contrary to Damien's expectation, that redhead didn't fill the letter with pleasantries for Aianna. He only mentions he's been busy lately. But fortunately, Roxy's capabilities are outstanding. He completed the preparations far ahead of schedule. Aianna's coffee shop is now set to open in 2 days. But unexpectedly, the clever Damien discovers a separate page hidden in the letter. I'll come see you when I'm done, dear Miss Aianna. Before Damien can even speak, Aianna starts explaining. He's coming to see me about business, but Damien turns his head with a wicked smile. Truly worthy of being my miss, able to captivate both Sebas and Roxy at the same time. What? Are you mocking my methods? Aianna glances at him disdainfully. No. I have only reverence for my esteemed miss. They should feel honored to work for you, even if they die because of you, miss. So please, Miss Aianna, use them to your heart's content. A murderous aura washes over her. Aianna can't quite understand what Damien is thinking right now. Those red pupils make her very uncomfortable. She doesn't want to talk with Damien anymore and leaves the training grounds. Behind her, the man mutters quietly, Miss, please don't blame me. If you still feel even a trace of guilt toward them, the tragedy of your past life may repeat itself. After all, Anton Rosenberg doesn't have your kind heart. Time flies by. A few days later at Innswood Estate. Today is the day the two brothers are visiting the Haverduke's estate. Roxy lounges lazily on the sofa. He pats the gift he prepared for Aianna. Then he looks at Leon pacing back and forth. What are you nervous about? You've tied your tie 20 times already. He has fallen for Serena. The tough guy's blush proves everything. To make himself seem less awkward, he turns the conversation to Roxy. You dare laugh at me? You should be getting married too. Focus your attention on the family business. Roxy looks indifferent. I'll leave the family business to you. There's no need for both of us to be knights. But at these words, Leon starts reproaching him. Are you trying to tarnish father's honor? Thinking of the deceased man, Roxy's face darkens, but he doesn't blame Leon. His brother isn't wrong, they just don't understand him. The twin swords crest on the wall represents their knight family's honor. Other titled knight families of the same type all mock him. Father taught me swordsmanship, not accounting. But have they ever respected anyone else's choices? Just wait, you dogs. I'll silence you with results. Collecting himself, he turns with a grinning expression. Right, it's all because of me that your original marriage partner broke off the engagement. But isn't it also because of that you met Miss Serena? Leon feels like he's punched cotton and taken massive magical damage in return. So you should thank me for breaking the rules. Let's go, stop dawdling. Your Miss Serena will be getting impatient soon, and he truly does want to see Aianna. The two soon arrive at the Haverduke's estate. The couple looks so adorable just meeting each other. Serena speaks softly and gently. Leon stammers endearingly. Aianna and Roxy are both stunned. These two are truly a perfect match. They cooperatively play matchmaker. Go on your date already. The air is filled with a sickeningly sweet, romantic atmosphere. After Serena and Leon leave, Aianna and Roxy burst out laughing. We almost couldn't hold it in. The two shake hands formally and politely. Roxy proactively asks a maid to bring wine glasses. He takes out the gift he prepared. Aianna is confused. Didn't she tell him last time she doesn't drink? This isn't wine, it's apple cider, barely any alcohol. This guy is quite thoughtful. He gently pours a little and hands it to Aianna, but the girl doesn't move. Roxy nearly loses it. Apple cider doesn't work either? Seeing this expression, Aianna picks up the glass. Everything is under her control. The glasses clink with a crisp sound, seemingly representing good fortune. Aianna is quite surprised. She didn't expect not to be allergic to this. The two quickly turn the conversation to the coffee shop. The current situation is poor, almost no business. Roxy shows no sadness when saying this. This is within Aianna's expectations. Poor business at opening is normal. Commoners can't afford it, and nobles look down on it. She smiles slightly. Master Roxy, do you feel partnering with me in business was a wrong decision? Wrong? Then I truly love it, because this wrong decision let me meet Miss Aianna. I'd willingly make this mistake 100 more times. More importantly, I firmly believe the coffee shop will definitely become a hit. But right now, we lack a catalyst. Elena's eyes flash. This is the benefit of dealing with smart people. This afternoon, I happen to have a gathering with other noble ladies. It's a musical performance. I'll arrange everything to bring people to the coffee shop. Then it'll be up to your performance. Time quickly arrives at the afternoon. Elena appears at the musical venue. The male singer performing is named Lorenzo Pate. Because of his good looks, he's beloved by young noble ladies. After the performance, Elena skillfully matches the emotions of her lady friends. They're able to sit in the front row because Elena paid a large sum. Each of them thanks the girl profusely. But when Elena suggests going to the coffee shop, these snobs all look reluctant. A shop opened by a declining noble. It seems so tasteless. They seem to feel that even entering Roxy's shop is disgraceful. Of course, all of this is within Elena's expectations, so she has already prepared a backup plan. Just then, the male singer Lorenzo Pate appears before Elena. The lady friends beside her are completely enchanted. They never expected Elena to know their idol. He kisses Elena's hand gentlemanly, making those nearby incredibly envious. "Thank you, miss, for the coffee. You treated me to last time. I'm just here to say hello, miss. I have matters to attend to, so I must go." Turns out he's also an actor Elena arranged. The male singer's just 2 brief sentences make the lady friends change their views. They instantly seem less prejudiced about the coffee shop. Seeing this, Elena deliberately teases them sarcastically. "Who just said it was disgraceful?" The lady friends directly ignore Elena. "What's disgraceful about a place our idol visits?" At this moment, Lorenzo Pate peeks out from the side. He winks at the girl, signaling it's done. Although Elena knows that even without these gossip-loving lady friends, the coffee shop would eventually become a hit based on Lorenzo Pate's influence alone. But after all, delays breed complications. She must cherish every opportunity. Inside the coffee shop, Roxy has even dressed up nicely. He has complete confidence in Elena's abilities. As for himself, he only needs to perform his part well. The staff's attitude is very enthusiastic, and the decor is extremely luxurious. The lady friends stand there stunned. Is this still the declining noble they spoke of? The coffee shop even features the lead actress from the musical they just watched. Of course, Elena arranged all this in advance. The group settles around a circular table. Their fear of new things makes them still quite resistant. This thing called coffee looks like mud, and they're starting to regret their impulsive decision. Just then, Roxy slowly approaches them. He's incredibly confident in his appearance. With his knightly physique, paired with that gentle tone, he instantly captivates everyone. They're so mesmerized they can't even hear what Roxy is saying. After introducing himself, the performance begins. "Thank you so much, Miss Elena. You always bring different people here to enjoy coffee. If you don't mind, may I join you? How about I sit right between you two?" Elena also finds herself staring. She didn't expect this guy to be so good at dressing up. This morning she only told him to dress a bit formally. Elena plays along with Roxy's act. Once he blends into their circle, the man starts weaving stories. Coffee naturally has a slightly bitter taste. The way to overcome their resistance is with sweetness. Of course, sugar alone isn't enough. He also adds some romantic stories they're interested in. Roxy's slightly flushed cheeks, an elegant manner of speaking, actually captivate the young ladies. It's their first time tasting a drink that's both bitter and sweet. Roxy cooperatively refills their cups. His performance is a complete success. These young nobles develop a strong interest in both him and the entire coffee shop. Everyone even gets a membership, because at this rate, they'll probably need reservations next time. Elena didn't expect this guy to be such a smooth talker. If she didn't have memories from her past life, she might have fallen for him too. Several hours pass quickly, and the small gathering ends. Elena knows that with their personalities, within 3 days, the word coffee will reach the ears of every noble. She can't help but pinch her chin. After a whole day of pretending to be innocent and lively, her face feels stiff from the act. "How was my performance, Miss Elena?" 2 words. "Absolutely excellent," but Roxy shows a mischievous smile. "My dear Miss Elena, I mean, don't you think I looked really handsome today?" Elena hasn't noticed Roxy's intention. She can't help but laugh. "Indeed, quite handsome. But when did you become so narcissistic?" Unexpectedly, in the next second, Roxy steps in front of Elena. "Miss, can you come chat with me in the private room? It's not about work. It's something personal." He then turns and walks straight inside. Elena keenly senses something's off. He brings Elena to a private room. This place is specifically prepared for gathering intelligence. "You're quite impressive, young Master Roxy. You prepared all this in such a short time. Hearing you praise me feels absolutely wonderful. So, what personal matter do you want to discuss with me?" Unexpectedly, Roxy's expression suddenly becomes very serious. He's held it in for too long and must say it, otherwise he'll remain uncomfortable inside. Elena is somewhat surprised. His demeanor feels a bit exaggerated. Meanwhile, back at the Duke's mansion, Damien is sulking. Miss, what are you chatting about with that redhead? It's so late and you're still not back." In Damien's mind, he assumes Elena would probably like that redhead type. Suddenly, he sees Serena downstairs. It's so late, yet she's still having someone deliver letters to Leon. People in love are truly tiresome. He just lifts his head, quietly gazing at the moon in the sky. His eyes appear especially melancholic under the moonlight, as if harboring many worries. On this side, Aianna has already boarded the carriage heading home. Exhausted from the entire day, she can finally rest for a while. This handshake with Roxy isn't just the most genuine friendship. The gears of fate begin turning in a different direction. Unlike her past life, this time Aianna absolutely won't lose. It turns out Roxy's first question was asking Aianna if she needed money. "You seem a bit urgent about seeking cooperation with me." Aianna is stunned for 1 second. She thought she'd acted very convincingly. This guy's perceptiveness is no joke. Although she desperately needs money for her revenge plan, she definitely can't tell Roxy these things. She gives a negative answer but doesn't explain why. Stay calm, can't expose any weakness. Although they were partners in her past life, that was built on the premise of her holding significant power. This time she's just a powerless noble lady, so she takes a retreat to advance approach, counter-asking Roxy, "If I really wanted to borrow from you, would you be willing to give me all your money?" But Roxy's answer leaves Aianna frozen in place. He's actually willing to give it to her, and he didn't even say lend. The man just stares straight at Aianna. "What's wrong? Is there a problem?" Aianna shows a mischievous smile. "Don't joke like that. You're someone with important responsibilities." Unexpectedly, Roxy suddenly shows Damien's signature smile. "I'm not joking at all. Of course, this treatment is exclusively yours. After all, in everyone else's eyes, I've always been a total penny pincher." He pulls back his smile and tells Aianna he doesn't want to be just business partners with her. "Miss Aianna, can we become good friends? Close companions? Or even best friends?" She doesn't know what Roxy truly wants to express. He reveals his inner feelings. "You know, Miss Aianna, I'm truly happy to have met you. As you know, my status in noble circles is extremely low. Even my older brother and mother say I'm wasting my life. I was about to give up on my dreams entirely until I met you. You feel like a beam of light to me, and you have the same pride I have. I can sense it. So Miss Aianna, this is the personal matter I wanted to discuss with you." Aianna finally understands. She doesn't think Roxy is pretending. Her heart actually feels a bit touched. She lowers her head in silence for 2 seconds. "All right then, my friend Roxy, such a special feeling. The first time having someone I can truly call a friend." At this moment, Aianna doesn't yet know that Sebas's letter is already on its way. After Aianna returns home, she finally enjoys several peaceful days. The coffee shop's business keeps getting better. The fruits in the garden gradually ripen, just like Serena's romance, getting sweeter and sweeter. The two siblings tease her playfully. "Brandon, don't you think she's been looking beautiful lately? You weren't at the academy to see it, but she's in love." Indeed, she keeps talking about Leon. She sends several letters back and forth every day. The mail horse is slow, but the love is pure. Good thing we're a noble family. Otherwise, the messenger fees alone would be quite an expense. Aianna knows Leon's future fate. He will die in the disaster several years from now. But if he ends up with Serena, he won't be an outsider. She'll need to find a way to save him when the time comes. The breeze across the lawn feels very comfortable. Brandon's words interrupt Aianna's peace. "Do you know, things at the academy haven't been peaceful lately." That day it was raining heavily. The academy bell suddenly rang. The teachers gathered all the students together and told them. They found books about demons and shadow power in the dormitory. They caught the demon worshipper. Upon hearing this, Aianna instantly freezes. She has an ominous feeling. Brandon tells her that just seeing those books once makes people feel uncomfortable all over. The academy even arrested that person's roommates because of this incident. Better to punish the innocent than let one guilty person escape. They maintain an extremely strict attitude about this matter. This makes Aianna feel vaguely uneasy. Demon worship is indeed a serious crime. Because she's been focused on revenge, she forgot about this. She still has evidence of a pact with a demon. If discovered, her family would definitely be implicated. Aianna secretly tells herself she must be careful. She even begins to feel curious about demon books. If she could read the contents, she might be able to learn Damien's secrets. Perceptive Brandon notices something's wrong. "Your thoughts are a bit dangerous." Everyone except Aianna would never imagine the demon has been right beside them all along. Compared to the demon book incident, Brandon is more concerned about Elena's recent life. "I heard you've been spending a lot of time with Roxy. You don't have feelings for him, do you?" "How is that possible, you brat? He and I are just friends." Damien, standing nearby, instantly feels better. "I knew I was overthinking it. How could my miss possibly fancy that redhead? What's wrong? Are you afraid both your sisters will get married?" "Don't worry, I have no plans for romance at the moment." Having his true intention exposed, Brandon wants to find a hole to crawl into. Elena's teasing makes his ears turn red. But speaking of marriage, Damien's image unconsciously surfaces in her mind. She turns to look at his back. Unexpectedly, Damien seems to sense it. At this very moment, he suddenly turns around. This leaves Elena's face full of embarrassment. But thinking about it, what would she be like if she had run away with Damien back when she was with House Palmer in her past life? Just then, a servant approaches and hands Aianna a letter. Opening it, she discovers it's from Sebas. She finds an excuse to send Brandon away. Damien also slowly approaches at this moment. Sebas says he wants to meet me tomorrow, probably to discuss House Mason matters. But the meeting location is neither on Rosenberg territory nor Haver territory. It's at the Imperial Rose Garden, a royal neutral zone. Damien smirks mischievously. Perhaps he realized neither side is safe. Aianna thinks carefully. "Sebas? Just how much do you know about House Rosenberg's affairs? As a member of House Rosenberg, which side will you ultimately stand on? Time quickly arrives at the next day. Aianna comes to the rose garden as agreed. Damien seems to speak sarcastically. The atmosphere here is quite romantic, not suitable for serious business talks, but perfect for dates. This guy really knows how to pick a place. And it's like he reserved the whole place. There's no one else here. Aianna ignores him, just feeling vaguely uneasy. Don't worry, miss, I don't sense any killing intent. And with me here, no one can harm you in the slightest. Aianna glances at him sideways. Your words are still as sweet as honey. Indeed, making you happy makes me happy, so miss, you should smile more. After all, you look beautiful when you smile. The simple words make Aianna pause. Damien doesn't usually say things like this. He gives Aianna the feeling of a farewell message. Just then, Damien's eyes turn cold. Someone's coming. This is beyond human hearing range. Following his gaze, Sebas appears in the distance. Upon seeing Aianna, that innocent, shy expression returns to his face. He quickly runs toward the girl. However, his first words upon meeting show some displeasure. I thought you'd come alone, miss. Of course. Aianna reacts quickly. She explains that after the assassin incident, she developed trauma, so she brings guards everywhere now. Damien politely greets Sebas on the surface. I'm truly grateful, young master. Thank you for saving my lady last time. Sebas responds with an identical smile. You're welcome. It's what I should do. But as a guard, you failed in your duty. Aianna looks at his expression and feels a sudden chill down her spine. A guard who neglected protecting his master yet remains by their side. Truly unbelievable. Is this jealousy? It feels more like cold anger beyond jealousy. Why the anger? Just because Damien put her in danger? She quickly tugs at Sebas's sleeve with her small hand. I'm sorry, young master. At that time, I foolishly listened to Marcus's lies and dismissed my guards. I'm very sorry for worrying you. Thank you for caring about me. But this truly has nothing to do with Damien. The boy who had been glaring at Damien softens a bit after hearing Aianna's words. All right. I believe Miss Aianna has sound judgment. But can we chat alone now? He doesn't want Damien to hear his conversation with the girl. Aianna shows no flaws. She indicates of course there's no problem. Lord Sebas is more reliable than anyone. As expected, Sebas's cheeks turn red once again. He loves Aianna's sweet voice the most. Before he can recover, Aianna pulls him deeper into the garden. In that casual glance back, Damien understands everything. Aianna deliberately bumps his shoulder. Sebas's heart pounds like an alarmed kitten. Aianna wonders if she's overthinking this. This guy doesn't seem to have any bad intentions at all. Sebas calms his emotions and tells her this place isn't empty. He just reserved it, because I really didn't want anyone disturbing just the two of us. It feels like a message directed at Damien. He casually chats with Aianna like this. A warm breeze blows toward them. Rose petals slowly drift through the air, accompanied by faint floral fragrance, falling into the nearby pond. Aianna's cheeks suddenly turn red. Her heart starts racing. Their shoulders bump into each other again. This time, even Aianna gets nervous. Both instinctively turn their heads away, clenching their fists. It's not acting. It seems like they were genuinely moved in that instant. Wasn't she determined never to forgive Sebas? She quickly steers the topic toward the assassins. Sebas seems a bit embarrassed. He already brought the assassin back from House Mason for interrogation, but couldn't find who was behind it. Even using every method, they only said they received orders from House Mason to spread rumors about Miss Aianna. When he learns Aianna wants to see the assassin, Sebas seems unwilling but doesn't refuse. He just advises against it. This makes Aianna even more conflicted. He's actually willing to let me see the assassin. That means Sebas isn't lying about this matter. After all, she knows his interrogation methods very well. Sebas turns to look at Aianna seriously. Miss, promise me you won't touch the assassin's body. I'm afraid it will dirty your hands. That pure smile, that obsessive devotion to her well-being, intoxicates Aianna like the roses in the garden. He makes a preliminary promise. The investigation continues, and House Mason will pay compensation to House Haver. Aianna appears moved on the surface. Young master can do this much for me? But internally she thinks he can resolve this conflict of interest with House Mason so smoothly. His father is cooperating with House Mason. So Anton Rosenberg, are you compromising to hide things from your son? Or does CBS already know about your conspiracy and has been involved all along? Sebas still looks tender, speaking with apologetic tone. I'm sorry, miss. I couldn't help you resolve this sooner. He suddenly kneels on one knee before the girl. Please be patient just a little longer. Miss, I will uncover the truth and punish those behind it. So please don't be afraid. I will definitely protect you. Sebas's pleading tone pierces Aianna's heart in that moment. Her guilt surges uncontrollably. After all, she's just an ordinary person. How can she be that ruthless? She closes her eyes, trying to discard these emotions. But suddenly, Sebas's voice makes her heart tremble again. His tone turns ice cold. House Mason and House Weber made you sad and cry, so I must make them pay. A very, very painful price. Aianna suddenly feels horrified. Cold sweat even slides down. Although his expression hasn't changed, the chill emanating from him feels like it comes from the future Sebas, that cold-blooded, cruel head of House Rosenberg. Perhaps this gentle boy already has the seed of cruelty within him, or maybe he only shows this naive, innocent side in front of Aianna. Aianna says nothing. Her mind is chaotic. So chaotic she can barely think normally. Sebas continues talking to himself. He swears he won't let anyone hurt Aianna again. He can't accept Aianna being harmed even slightly. Aianna's mind grows even more chaotic. Damn it, damn it. Calm down, Aianna. You haven't even gotten your revenge yet. What are you doing? Two versions of Sebas exist in her mind. One is the terrifying enemy. The other is this very gentle youth. Sebas slowly stands up. Miss, let's walk through the garden. Seeing him change the subject, Aianna also calms down. Don't think about this too much for now. Their hands hold together. Not far away, Damien's face is cold. My dear miss, I knew you were too soft-hearted. He sighs heavily, as if utterly helpless. The two here walk for a while, both lost in thought. Even now, Aianna hasn't fully recovered. Is it the environment's fault? Does Miss Aianna also like roses? Yes, I love them very much. After all, they represent love. Sebas suddenly seems dejected. Too bad they're not purple. Roses. He asks Aianna to wait for him. He bends down and searches around. Then, disregarding his image, he picks a pink rose and hands it to Aianna, although there's no purple one. What does Miss think of this one? Aianna tremblingly accepts it. It's truly beautiful. Just like you, Lord Sebas. So pure. Hearing you praise me makes me really happy. I truly wish I could give you roses every day. Sebas's heart races wildly. He seems ready to confess to Aianna. Aianna freezes. She has a bad feeling. Sebas, face flushed, says, Miss Aianna, I truly want to give you flowers every day, and I want to stay by your side always. This time he doesn't stutter, despite being very nervous. After a 2-second pause, he tightly closes his eyes. Miss Aianna, I want to tell you something. I love you. I truly love you. I really love you so much. So, will you be my girlfriend? Aianna's mind instantly goes blank. This is completely unexpected. Various emotions flood her heart, sadness, guilt, and even confusion. Not far away, Damien takes all this in. Poor miss. Although you had a fiancé and a husband in your past life, you never heard those 3 words, I love you. And now she hears them from the enemy she's manipulating. Now you can neither truly love Sebas nor truly hate him forever. How pitiful yet adorable, my dear miss. I'm truly curious what you'll do. Sebas's loving words pour out, echoing in Aianna's mind, unable to dissipate. This is a scene she once imagined. But when it truly happens, Aianna can't say a single word. A breeze blows through the garden. A pure white butterfly quietly flies above Aianna's head. The air falls silent. Sebas looks at the girl apologetically. I'm sorry, miss. Was I too sudden? Aianna finally snaps back. Can you give me some time to think? This outcome seems to be what Sebas expected. At least no rejection means he still has a chance. I'm truly sorry, Miss Aianna. I originally planned to tell you after resolving family matters, but I really couldn't hold it in anymore. I don't want to force you to accept my feelings. His words tremble. It's as if he knows something. Miss Aianna, you just need to know that I love you. That's enough. After I handle my family affairs, I'll formally propose to you. I hope then I can hear the answer I didn't hear today. Aianna's heart aches secretly. Damn it. That guilt rushes straight to her head. Sebas extends his hand toward her. Let's go, miss. I'll take you back. Aianna can clearly feel the disappointment radiating from Sebas. After a simple farewell, Aianna sits in the carriage, remaining silent throughout. Damien, who knows everything, also feels chaotic emotions. He notices Aianna's hand. Miss, is your hand injured? She snaps back to reality again. She was scratched by the thorn on the rose Sebas gave her. Why is such a lovable child my enemy? Why does fate toy with me like this? She feels extremely conflicted about Sebas. What should she do? For the next 2 days after returning home, she hides in the study trying to distract herself with books, but it doesn't seem to help. She casually tosses the book aside. When Aianna lies down, she sees her mother's portrait. Mother's gentle, loving smile seems to ease Aianna's chaotic emotions. Many memories flood back from before Mother passed away. This study was Father's gift to Mother because she loved reading. Father turned the mansion's largest room into a study. Back then, Mother thought it was absurd, but was also happy inside. Father truly loved Mother, even after all these years since her passing. The study is still meticulously maintained. She thinks of her past life. She lived to about Mother's age, yet never experienced that kind of love. Sebas's image surfaces in her mind again, but this time she seems determined. How can I be so foolish? One confession makes me lose my mind. Don't be silly. I have only one goal, to take Anton Rosenberg's head. As for Sebas making me feel chaotic, it must be pity. Pity for that uninformed boy who fell in love with me. Aianna locks this emotion away. She finally pulls herself together. The annoying part is Damien probably heard everything she and Sebas talked about that day. Suddenly, Damien's voice arrives. Aianna is speechless. Why does he always appear right when I'm thinking about him? Damien lightly picks up the book on the desk. So new, miss, are you sure you were reading? The sudden mockery makes Aianna snap. What I do is none of your damn business. Unexpectedly, in the next second, Damien suddenly grabs Aianna, like a different person. His voice becomes extraordinarily strange. His eyes stare at Aianna. Miss, do you know? You've been thinking about Sebas for 2 whole days now. So can you tell me what you two talked about in the garden that day? Aianna pushes Damien away with all her strength. She's unwilling to reveal too much. Various chaotic emotions in her mind make her truly not know how to speak. Little does she know Damien already knows everything. He knows this is something the girl must experience. He wanted to let her work through it herself. But looking at the current situation, it seems difficult now. What surprises him is that after some internal struggle, Aianna still tells the truth. Only her cheeks involuntarily flush red. It's an instinctive reaction beyond control. Seeing this, Damien shows a brief moment of heartbreak that others can barely detect. Things seem to be getting bad, but on the surface, he must continue pretending. He steps back 2 paces, very calmly. I see. Miss, looks like you've gained a powerful chess piece. Elena's heart also trembles fiercely. So calm? That fits the role of an observer. Miss, you said Sebas plans to resolve family matters first. What do you think House Rosenberg's affairs refer to? I don't know. Perhaps our enemy already knows I'm not easy to deal with. They'll probably use any means against me next time. No need to worry about that. I'll protect you well, miss. Do you think Sebas will bring Anton's head to you? If so, that would be quite interesting. Impossible. At most, he'll try to persuade his father, but this buys us some safe time. It's also possible House Rosenberg will give up targeting House Haver. Damien is somewhat puzzled. Then you wouldn't be enemies anymore. The revenge would be over. Unexpectedly, Aianna suddenly shows Damien's signature smile. No, no, no. Even so, I won't forgive. I definitely won't let Anton Rosenberg go. Forgiving him is God's job. I just need to send him to meet God. Anything related to Rosenberg, absolutely anything, I will never forgive. Looking at the girl's very determined eyes, Damien wonders, is that really true? He decides to test her. He's also quite anxious. Miss, if Sebas is willing to give up the Rosenberg name, would you accept his feelings? Aianna freezes. She hesitates. She wonders what answer Damien hopes to hear. She deceives herself, naming this emotion as pity. Lock it away and never open it again. Then she smiles wickedly. How absurd. If Sebas gave up the Rosenberg name, he'd become completely worthless to me. I have no reason to play childish love games with a worthless person. To me right now, something like love is utterly useless. She then glances lightly at Damien. He should be satisfied with this answer, right? But when she looks, she gets quite a shock. Aianna's eyes instantly quake. Damien's appearance makes her heart tremble uncontrollably. An aura of extreme sadness mixed with sympathy, disappointment, fear, and helplessness. He stares silently at Aianna's face without saying a word. Aianna stands frozen. Countless memories after her rebirth flood over her. She seems to grasp something. She clenches her fists. This isn't an expression a demon should have. A thought flashes through her mind, the one she most desires yet most absurd. Could it be that Damien has loved me all along? Suddenly, a voice pulls Aianna's thoughts back. Brandon comes looking for her, seemingly needing something. Wait, I'll come down right away. She stops those unrealistic fantasies. Although just a brief moment, it feels like she went somewhere far away and then returned. She tells Damien not to follow. She quietly glances back. Sure enough, it was her illusion. This guy shows that hateful demon expression again. Just as Aianna walks out of the study, in Damien's eyes, the girl gradually walks away, as if truly leaving and never returning. The tightly closed door seems like a mountain eternally separating the two. He stares expressionlessly at the door for a long time, until Aianna's footsteps have completely disappeared. Only then does Damien lower his head in disappointment. The sadness and love hidden deep inside, the unvented grievance. He mutters continuously, "Did you truly fall for Sebas?" His clenched hand seems to be Damien's only outlet. The seeping blood is filled with helplessness. He leans powerlessly against the door. The door feels like a barrier that can never be broken.